Out of flask. What's up, you guys?
By decree of the Count of Organ, able-bodied men capable of excavating. Thank you.
Hey, what's up, Chris? How you doing, man? Which one? No Crown of the Pale King yet, so we don't get the fun reflect on this guy. We're almost the Crown of the Pale King level. Almost. Damn, he got a lot of armor. Resonating shield just sucks. No Thorns reflect for that yet. Need Scavenge Plating stacks again. There we go, Scavenge Plating stacks. Now we do damage. As you can see, your damage is like insanely spiked when you have Scavenge Plating. I'm probably going to make a tips and trick video for Thorns, and like I really have to talk about the importance of Scavenge Plating in it. A lot of the time whenever like people are like, my damage is awful with Thorns, it's because they're not armor breaking enough. They're not keeping their Scavenge Plating stacks up. And until you get your Warbringer Ascendancy, like look at the damage difference when you have Scavenge Plating. It's like, it's more than double your Thorns damage, so. Alright, come on, guy. No, it's not. I wish the warrior was more of a warrior. He's such a diva. The warrior's more of a paladin.
Just try it.
Yeah, there's a lot of question marks, Polios, with the early game leveling. That's the reason why I have Armor Breaker, or excuse me, Resonating Shield on right now instead of Armor Breaker, is because I am assuming we will be doing a lot more Resonating Shield while leveling, with all the changes it got, and with Magma Barrier. I don't know if you would want to choose. It depends on the state of your gear when you got to the Spirit Gem portion, but I don't know if you would want to choose Magma Barrier over Resonate or over Scavenge Plating at level 10. It just depends on, like, if Thorns really can't come online until Act 2, or then you might want to wait till, like, you get the extra Spirit in Act 3 to full swap the Thorns. And then, like you said, you level Magma Barrier in the early game. But yeah, there's a lot of variables. That's like my biggest worry right now with the Thorns, is like figuring out the best way for people to level. And I have no idea. I hope we get the new cluster's good. Hey, what's up, Trime Guguk? I don't know how to say your full name. I'm just gonna call you Trime. I assume it will be worth it. I'm not a math guy, but the 30% glancing blows will be worth it. We're going to have enough leech that we're going to be able to survive. I need to get Flask again. We're going to have enough leech, we're going to be able to survive a lot of small hits. It'll be fine. The biggest reason why, like, you want block is for small hits, and it's absorbing the small hits. I think it'll be fine, but you won't go at first. Like, you know how sometimes you would go Turtle Charm in the campaign? You won't go Turtle Charm in the campaign anymore. You're probably going Turtle Charm, like, deeper into endgame now. But yeah. I think it's still going to be fine. It's still going to be fine. Warbringer will never feel as overpowered as it did, period. If you've played Warbringer in 0-1 or 0-2, you played the glory days of Warbringer. It will never, ever, ever in a billion years be back to that, I assume. That's just how it's going to be. I think so. I think the changes to active block make a huge difference. That's why I think Resonating Shields and Magma Barrier is going to be great leveling and stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have problems with the shield changes. For me, I'm just curious about it for the average player. I just don't think 50% cap's enough, but it depends on if there's like a bunch of passive tree nodes that increase the cap. So. No, I've done Thorns builds with Scepters before. Scar. That would definitely work. Thorn Scepter builds are very good. Thorn Scepter is one of the better endgame options. If you have Chernobog in your main hand, and you have, or you're in your shield option, and you have like one of the endgame Scepters that scaled the more damage as well, like you're talking about Giga spiking your Thorns damage. Now you can't really attack with it. The only thing you can do is Resonating Shield then and Shield Charge, but why don't you use a Mace for Act 1? I'm just practicing Spears in this run. Wanted to get more Spear practice. I have no idea what I'm playing on launch. I assume it's going to be a Shield Charge, Resonating Shield based style. You know, one thing to talk about, though, is, like, Wind Dancer didn't get nerfed, and the Armor Explosion technique didn't get nerfed. So it's possible the best way to level would be Wind Dancer, and then you transition to Thorns later. But maybe it's level Resonating Shield Thorns, maybe it's level Resonating Shield Magma Barrier, and then transition to Thorns. I'm not sure. I'm going to make a video soon talking about all the possible leveling stuff. Alright, we're almost 16, so I'm just going to level up until 16. But yeah, really, like, for League Start, what determines what skills I'm leveling with in Act 1 is going to be what weapon I get. Like, if I got a rare two-handed weapon, I'm going to level with a rare two-handed weapon. Like a two-handed mace. If I get a rare one-handed mace, I'm going to level with the rare one-handed mace. If I get a rare spear or quarterstaff, I'm going to level with that. A good weapon is, like, the most important thing. So, yeah, it's hard to, like, yeah, I don't know what's best yet. So, until you know, like, when you know what's best, then it's easy to be like, okay, I'm going to take my first Exalt and I'm going to trade it for a mace. But we don't know what's going to be best for leveling on launch yet, so this is going to be a play it by ear thing. And I'm going to be updating the guide as I learn stuff. Which I know isn't the answer people want to hear when you're following along, but I guess that's just early access, you know? Alright, level 16, boys. Big upgrade here. So, like, again, this is what I want to talk about. One of the major points with Thorns. Get these mobs off of me. your gear is the most important part of leveling through the campaign with the Thorns. Obviously, I'm not just talking about the uniques. Like Crown of the Pale King, when you get that, it changes the Thorns playstyle. But I'm talking about the 3 rare slots. Belt, chest, shield. My current Thorns damage is 53 to 93. So my chest is 7 to 10. It goes from 11 to 17. Damage doubled. 16 to 19, 7 to 10. Damage doubled. Belt, 5 to 15 to 22, 7 to 9. Doubled. Your gear is... Oops. I gotta fix my head. Your gear is the most important part of your early game, like Acts 1 through 2. We don't know how easy it's going to be to level Resonating Shield throughout the campaign. Resonating Shield can carry your Thorns damage, but we know it's going to be easier to get Spirit Gems, but is it going to be like easy to keep it at level 5, level 6, level 7, level 8? Like, are we going to consistently be able to upgrade it? If so, that's huge. But we don't know how easy it's going to be. Oh, I didn't need to go there. Whatever, we'll pop this though. Oh, I don't have enough dex for that. Yeah, I wanted dex. Okay.
I have a different plan.
2 more dexes. What to do if League Stark has no support items or gems? I'm gonna have a video talking about that. I'm gonna have a video that's like what to do if you can't play Thorns right away. Like if, like, just say worst case scenario, trades in the worst state it can be, things like the servers, like let's just say because of the new system, trade's just down, right? And you can't trade. Or things aren't just working out. What do you level as until you can safely transition to Thorns in Act 3? And I'll be talking about Wind Dancer and Magma Barrier a lot. We'll have backup plans to talk about, but yeah, it's hard to know, you know. But Wind Dancer looks unnerfed. If you get a good two-hander with mace skills, you're gonna be able to use Wind Dancer to level. And then Magma Barrier, I feel like people are sleeping on. At least for the campaign. I think I'm starting Warbringer no matter what, yeah. I think I'm starting Warbringer no matter what. It just makes it like, hey, what's up, Kadachi? How you doing, bro? I know there's just a lot of people following that are first-time Thorns players, and Warbringer just makes that easier for them. Look at that damage. Love Thorns. Once you get Rapid Assault with... Level 16 is the first real spike for Thorns. Look at that. Rapid Assault's the first... Or level 16 is the first real spike for Thorns. Once you have 16... With level 16 Thorns gear in all 3 slots, Thorns is Thorns. It's just Act 1, it is at its worst.
You manipulative whore! How
Dare you abandon me after all I've given you? Shut up, you simp. That's why you play Thorns, boys. That's why you play Thorns. Come on. Come on. This is Act 1. What up? What up, Blaze? Sorry, too fast, didn't see. Please repeat.
Where has she taken the beast? I found messages from the desert. From the Vastiri. Yes.
Act 1 is going to be rough, but once you get the gear, if you can get your hands on Crown of the Pale King and Briar Patch, it also depends on if we have the support gems, right? Like, it looks like we're going to have Barb's early game, but we don't know, so.
Let us return to Clearfell to make our preparations.
For sure. That is a fairly good point, Trime GK. It could make some of the new Act 4 fights and new endgame fights like, where like it trivializes some of the content for sure. Like, yes, absolutely. I feel like all builds have the possibility to do that though. Like when you're talking about all the one-button lightning arrow builds and stuff that one-shot bosses too, that can also happen. But you're right, there is a dichotomy of Thorns that's like, yeah, there's sometimes you just get these moments where you completely skip a fight. And that's part of what makes Thorns fun. For some time, like a lot of the time, that's what makes Thorns fun, right? But if it's your first time through a fight and you're wanting to see all the mechanics, I get it. You also have to learn the fights differently. It's like you're playing the game like with a different brain. Like you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to take hits. You're not supposed to be thinking about you should eat this hit. And a lot of the fights are not designed for you to be eating hits. So you're gonna be like it's a very unintuitive play style, and the game's not designed for it naturally. So you are missing out on a good portion of the game. That is a very good point about Thorns. All right, I have a next patch. I won't have to keep doing this. Right now, you have to swap between Rake and Rapid Assault for mapping. Mapping, but leveling. But I'm just really hoping this, like, it really just depends on shield charge too. Like shield charge, resonating shield might be all we need for leveling. Shout out from South Africa, love your YouTube videos. Really getting me hyped up League Start Thorns. Hey, Broza. I'm glad, man. I hope it goes well for all of us. Yeah, Spark was nuts in 0-1. Have you tried AFK Simulacrum with Thorns? Yes. It's not good. It's not good, unfortunately. Wind Dancer is much better. Wind Dancer is much better. I had way better success with Wind Dancer with Simulacrum, and if you go look at... I have like 4 or 5 Wind Dancer builds, which I need to do an update on my Wind Dancer builds video soon, but... because Wind Dancer got a nerf. Wind Dancer builds are still probably cracked. But, go look at Dead Rabbit's Poison Wind Dancer build. He made an AFK Simulacrum Wind Dancer build. That's one of the better AFK Reflect builds, and then you have Lazy Exiles, but that's like super slow. It's really good, but it's like it's very different. It's super lazy. But yeah. How's it work in Trials Seculos? Intrigued about losing honor? Block, you don't lose honor. I'll show you my Resonating Shield. Block, you don't lose honor. Passive and active block. So, like, I have a whole, like, hour-long video of me showing you how to do Trial Seculos your first time through. I'll probably do another one in this league, but Raise Shield and Resonating Shield, when you get, like, when you block the hit, you still do Thorns damage, right? Like, here I am just blocking. I'm just gonna do Raise Shield here. These are not, melee mobs. Well, they can be. Yeah. So this is just Raise Shield. So Thorns still does damage when you block, but you don't take damage when you block. So that's how you navigate Trial of Seculos, is you're essentially being very mindful of active block your first time through. Do you need to use active block? For the very first Trial of Seculos, if you don't have like the relics that reduce your honor loss, you're gonna need to use active block, especially on the boss. Like the big magma boss, because you're playing Thorns, right? You have to take damage to deal damage, so it's really hard to get through without active block at all. But active block is not hard to use, guys. And when you talk about Resonating Shield getting a lot of buffs in the next patch, it's going to be easier to move around. Like, Resonating Shield's going to be nice. I think people are, I think it's easier than you would think. You might have to do it once or twice. It might take practice, but it's easier than you would think. I forgot to swap the rapid assault in my thing. There we go. Okay, so let me talk about Rapid Assault real quick. So, this is why I think Spears are still going to be potentially the better option for Thorns, at least while leveling. And it's all because of Rapid Assault. So the way Barbs works is when you get hit, your next 4 attacks that you do will do extra damage with Thorns. So how do you get 4 hits off before you get hit again? Most of the time, you're getting hit every 1 to 1.5 seconds. In mapping, you're getting hit every 0.1 seconds, so you're like always going to be at max stat Barbs. But if you're talking about the most value you can get out of all 4 hits of Barbs, you need an attack that does many hits in a very short period of time. Maces don't really have that. So, until you get Bone Shatter with a lot of attack speed. Rapid Assault from the start is 6 stabs in whatever its duration is. What is it? 1.5 seconds. So, Barbs in, like, as you'll see right here.
Come get me.
Look at, like, you get all 4 of those shots off instantly. Like, it's, the difference is in DPS, when, like, all of your damage comes from just hitting the guy, and then the Thorns doing the rest. I don't think there's going to be anything better than Rapid Assault. So, if maces are used, maces might just be used for mapping. But since you can use shields with a spear, and Resonating Shield and Shield Charge are both going to be very good in the next patch, I just imagine we're going to continue using Spear and Shield as the main setup for Thorns. Spear stats matter? No. The only thing that matters on the spear stats, we don't need accuracy anymore because they fixed a lot of melee stuff. But the only thing you need on your spear is you want it to be as fast as attack speed as possible. Like, obviously, its damage does help very little in the camp. Like, it helps as much, like it can, right? It's not bad to have a higher damage weapon. But if you had a low damage weapon, that's not the end of the world. What you want is strength, dex, and attack speed. There might be another stat I'm forgetting. It's been a while since I've looked at the stats on spears, but your spear in this build is more of a stat stick. A lot of the time with Thorns builds, we play Bleed Thorns, and we use Scytha's Spear for aggravate bleed. So a lot of the times you're not even using a rare spear. You're going to be using Scytha's Spear probably, if we're still playing Bleed Thorns. Because aggravate bleed is insane. But yeah. And yeah, it's super annoying right now because you have to constantly move these back and forth, but in this next patch. Where am I from? I'm from Texas. And the cool thing about it is, at least in this patch, is you don't have to level up Rapid Assault and Rake. You can keep them both at level 5. And, like, all your damage is coming from Thorns, so. Good Infernal Cry. And Spears also let you use Disengage, which is another mobility thing. Spears all, like, obviously with instant weapon swap, you don't have to worry about, like, the mobility, I guess, anymore. Because you just have a spear in your offhand. But yeah. I just assume spears, guys. Yeah.
They're nomads, much like my ancestors.
Yeah, Act 1 is going to be the worst part. Like, I'm going to do some form of video talking about Act 1, Crimson. Just, like, alternate leveling patterns. But, like, again, it's once you get this stuff. Like, once you have the full level 16 setup of helmet, boots, and then Again, it's really like the damage spike is always double. So once you have like for some reason the level 16 spike just feels the best. Like it really feels really good. So yeah, it's just like Act 1 is the hardest part for Thorns, and you're like better off not playing it for all of Act 1. Yeah. Hey, what's up, Rusty? If we can't make this board, I mean, you have to trade, Wick. In my video I released today, that's like, I forget what I called it, Introduction to Thorns. I say straight up, it's not solo self-found friendly. If you're not comfortable trading, you should not play Thorns, unfortunately. Unless GGG has passive tree changes that put this helmet's effect as a keystone. Unfortunately, there's like, yeah, there's just a big downside to League starting Thorns. You should, if you're League starting Thorns, you should be a fan of the playstyle. You should not be looking to it for, like, yeah, you only League start Thorns if you're really into the idea of it. I need to make that clear in another video. I'm probably going to release another video that's like, all of the problems of Thorns, just so I can make it clear to as many people as possible that this is not like, it is not a finished archetype. I guess is the best way to phrase it. It's not finished. It is still in, like, it is an early access archetype. Some archetypes, like Lightning Spear, are done. You just, you know, they're done. Or Lightning Arrow as well. They're more fleshed out. GGG has not fully fleshed out Thorns still. Now, yeah, so. I wish I could sleep until it's Friday, Rusty. There is a very good chance it gets added on the Druid or the Templar Ascendancy Dirty. I don't think, I personally do not expect it to come to the passive tree. A lot of people are hoping it does. I don't want that to be the case. Because that means one side of the tree will never be able to play Thorns if they remove Crown of the Pale King too. But yeah. Sorry guys, I'm not used to having this many chatters. If I missed your comment, like, don't be afraid to ask your questions and stuff. It's hard to read while playing. I gotta get in the habit of picking back up stuff. I'm in, like, a bad habit of leaving certain things on the ground because there's, like, millions of armor scraps late game. Thanks, Shadow. Yeah, I think Druid would be great, like, from multiple aspects of it. Like, whether you have, like, a Porcupine Ascendancy, or, like, just from the Bramble Thorns aspect of it, like, the nature aspect of it. I think Thorns is one of the, like, obvious options that could get, Druid's obviously the obvious option that could get Thorns, but, I think Flails, too. I think Flails are pretty good with Templar. I think both have a chance. I think Flails will come with Thorns Uniques. I don't know if Templar will come with a Thorns Ascendancy. I think we have the 3 Druid Ascendancies pretty much confirmed. It's like a Shapeshift one, it's a, like, Arcane Spellcaster one, and a Critter one. I think is what I've been told. Can Resonating Shield proc Thorns? You can put Quill Burst in it right now. You never know if they change what you can put into it in the next patch, though. But yes, if you're talking about can Resonating Shield proc Thorns when you get hit, yes. Anytime you get hit, you proc Thorns, even if you negate the damage via block. Yeah, I mean, oh yeah, I saw, sorry, Jay, yeah, the new support gem for Act 1 will definitely help. Yeah. It'll definitely help. I'm just trying to set expectations for people in case it's worst case scenario, you know? I wouldn't be league starting it if I didn't think it wasn't possible. Like, I'm not gonna waste my own time. And I would not want to waste your guys' time. It might be a bumpy ride, though. We'll see. Is your first time playing Trade in PoE 2? Nice, man. I am so insanely hyped for the trade changes, dude. I was like, obviously I'm very hyped about the trade that was coming. We have async trade, but my biggest critique was we didn't have the trade in client. Like, so many people are still never going to trade as long as it's not in client. And we're getting it in client. Like, that is as big... Like, to me, the trade system being in client is as big, if not bigger, than async trade. Am I, like, crazy in saying that? Like, it being in client is the biggest thing for the game. I don't... Like, async trade is huge, but I've had so many friends quit the game because they didn't want to interact with the trade system via a website. So, I am so happy it's in-game, especially for the free-to-play weekend. So good for the free-to-play weekend. Is there a way to put Thorns on minions? So, no. There's a new mage, ice mage minion that does ice armor that puts a reflect-like spell on minions, but there's no way to give your minions the Thorns stat. Now, on my channel for a while, I've been pitching an item. It's called the KallTorak, spelled C-O-W-L. KallTorak. And it gives your minions and your allies in your presence your Thorns damage. I'm trying to get that item added to the game, so we have a way to, like, you stack Thorns and then you give it to your minions. Obviously, you wouldn't be able to give 100% of your Thorns damage to your minions. It'd have to be like 50% to like 20% or something, but... yeah. No way to do minion Thorns yet. But there could be a new Spectre in Act 4 that has Thorns. What if there's a Thorns aura Spectre? Yeah, I'm excited for those clips of, like, the day one. You know, the top clip on Reddit is going to be a video of someone underlisting something and 1,000 people showing up in their hideout and their hideout crashing. Like, that's going to be the top clip of Reddit for this patch. It's just going to be... It's going to be, like, you know when you get, like, the 3,000 PMs? It's gonna be that, but 3,000 people loading into your hideout, and then you're just crash. GG. I'm excited for that. I answered that, Scar. There's not a way. Thorns Ritualist is very good. I have a leveling and endgame guide for Thorns Ritualist in this patch. And it's Thorns Ritualist is one of the best Thorns classes to play. Hold on, I want to restart this fight. I wasn't paying attention to the fun mechanic. I'm on auto pilot right now because of all of the chatters. Alright, pay attention to the fire breath. If I can break armor in time. Break armor. Wow, Resonating Shield sucks for breaking armor. I don't even have that good of a fire res. Yeah, we didn't even have Resonating Shield by then. Well, I can tank that, damn. Yeah, I think early game you're still gonna want a weapon swap for Mace for Armor Breaker, because Resonating Shield breaks way too slow. Oh. Oh, I forgot to swap the Rapid Assault, too. I really goofed this fight. I want to do it right. Okay. Now we have Rapid Assault in.
What is the difference? Help me. Face off. It's insane. How do we? You'll burn. Stand still.
Damn, that just takes so long. Yeah, you just do, like, the Rapid Assault burst is just so damn good. When you get hit, and you get those 4 bursts off, with the Scavenged Plating stacks, it's just too good. I want to get a mace for armor breaker. Oh, I have a mace. Do I not have armor breaker? I do have armor breaker. Is it leveled? I don't know if it'll break better. Man. Okay. Let's see if this breaks a little faster. Looks like it. Okay. No shield definitely hurt there. Oh yeah, I had fire res on it. Okay. I was like, yeah, I got shredded there. Lost the fire res. Okay. We'll have to plan around the armor break. Resonate, maybe it breaks armor better in the patch. We'll see with the changes. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Alright, he's like yeah, like if you get the setup done with the armor break, rapid assault, and the fire, like you do half her health in like 2 seconds. Because we don't have exploit weakness to break the armor more reliably this early. Dude, the rapid assault combo with it is just so good. Like, I just don't see any way we don't use rapid assault. It's like you will use rapid assault for bossing, right? Like, there's no way around that. There's just no way around using rapid assault. Because what mace skill would just unload that much thorns? Like, none. Because you can't put in a Molten Blast. Bone Shatter's just not fast enough this early. Like, mace skills are just too slow. If we had swords or axes, you would have more opportunity for those weapons with thorns, but you're just... like, you're going to use shield charge and resonating shield for mobility a lot. And blocking. But I still think we're going to be playing primarily rapid assault. I don't know if rake will be a primary skill. With the changes it's getting. Like, I don't know what it means when it's losing the travel skill. Like, what that's going to functionally mean in how it's operating. Maybe rake's still a part of it because we're playing bleed. But rapid assault just seems required. Sorry, let me read chat real quick. I was tunnel vision on, thinking. Yeah, stunning at the start of rapid assault sucks, but yeah. The weapon instant weapon slot's gonna be huge. Yeah, I mean, I can't wait for it. Like, and like shield charge having no cooldown is amazing. Yes, my Thorns Ritualist will be viable for 0-3 as well. Yes. The Thorns Ritualist could potentially be the best Thorns build, to be honest. The third ring slot is... like, people don't understand how good that is, and the Ritualist passive tree, Ascendancy tree, has 20% increased physical damage, too. Like, Ritualist is really good. It's just, you, like... this is why you don't... this is why I'm not league starting Ritualist. You start here. So it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9... like, it's like 8 or 9 points behind to getting to Vengeance, so... it's just slightly worse for a league start, but yeah. It's still great. If you're okay swapping the Thorns a little... like, not getting Thorns Leech until, like, Act 2-ish. I am probably going Warbringer, Smogs. I think I've already decided. We're going, what would your quote for the KallTorak be? I don't know. Maybe a silly goose time. That probably wouldn't fit in game, though. I'd have to think about that. But yeah, I'm probably going Warbringer. There's a lot of people who are playing Thorns for the worst for the first time, and I think Warbringer is just going to be better for them. I want to play Witch Hunter. If I was going purely off of what I wanted to do, I would play Witch Hunter. Have I trained the Tree Slider? Yeah, we showed it on the podcast yesterday. By the way, we did a podcast yesterday with Darth Microtransaction. It's already our most viewed podcast. And it hasn't even been live for 24 hours. It's like already our most viewed podcast by a lot. It'd be Witch Hunter Thorns. Like I'm gonna be league starting Thorns no matter what. But the debate I was choosing between was Witch Hunter Thorns and Witch Hunter Warbringer, and Warbringer Warbringer Thorns. And did I talk to her? Sometimes I forget to talk to her. But yeah, Witch Hunter is potentially going to be like the best. Anyone who's sleeping on Witch Hunter just did not pay attention to the last patch. Yeah, I didn't talk to her. I always do that. I'm glad I went back. Witch Hunter could be sick. Like there's unkillable Witch Hunter builds out there right now that people are sleeping on. And with the weapon swap getting buffed. So here's what my plans are currently. This isn't obviously 100%. In the moment, I'm always willing to change. But the plan is league starting Thorns Warbringer. We're going to do Avatar of Fire Thorns in endgame. If it's good. I'm thinking it will be. And then after that, we're going to play a Lich. We're going to play a Minion Swarm Lich with the new Ice Minions. The new Ice Minions have a Reflect skill on them. So I'm going to do my old Minion Swarm build, but I'm just going to put the Ice stuff on all of them and explode them. We'll see how that goes. And then after that, we're going to do Witch Hunter Thorns. So the third character will be visiting Witch Hunter Thorns. That's my current plan. Now, obviously, a lot of stuff could change on the fly. Like, I see that, like, if Iron Ward looks sick, I'm going to make an Iron Ward guide, right? Well, I make a guide? Yeah, I make guides for everything. Yep, Armor Break can apply to fire damage with a passive. Now that's why I think Warbringer Thorns is going to be great endgame. Maybe not Warbringer Thorns, but Avatar of Fire Warbringer will be great. I don't know if the Thorns will play out of it in Axbit, but Avatar of Fire Warbringer will definitely be good because of that passive they showed off on stream. How are you planning on getting the helm early? Trading. Pretty much, Royal. I have no idea. So, like, I have no idea how it's going to go. This is my first time ever league starting Thorns. But the hope is there's just a lot of people that don't care about Thorns. And you can scoop it really cheap early on. Like your first Exalt. That's the hope. I have no idea how it'll go, though. I have no idea. Because a lot of people aren't going to care about it, but they're going to want a day... Like, if you get that Crown of the Pale King, and you're still in Act 1, right? And you're not playing Thorns. An Exalted Orb is an amazing weapon for you that will carry you through Act 2. So, if you get offered an Exalted Orb in Act 1, you're going to take it. You're going to take it. All the Zoomers will take it. Now, it depends on if, like, Thorns became popular, but I don't think it's going to be popular ever. I think it's always going to be, like, semi-niche. A lot of people say, like, it could become, like, Righteous Fire. I don't think so. I don't think so. I think it's just a little too niche. Righteous Fire is very awesome. What does Zizarin yourself mean, Lunarich? I don't understand the reference. I know who Zizarin is, but I don't know what you mean by Zizarin yourself. You talking about, like, getting the build nerfed or something? From PoE, he puts out a guide, you make a wiki for Thorns, and you're the new Pox. I just read 2 different comments at the same time. Wow. That was crazy. Let me reread those. From PoE, he puts out a guide, and most veterans snipe those items and relist. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I wonder how bad that'll be. I don't know if that would be the case with Thorns, maybe. Yeah, see, that's why I don't think I'll ever, like, people say that I'm the pox of Thorns. No. The amount of work that that man did for Righteous Fire is insane. I have a full-time job. I can't make a full wiki and website and everything like that. That's insane. What Pox did for Righteous Fire is what, like, there's no one that's ever gonna do that for anything else ever again. The guy, like, is a legend, and there's no replicating what he did. I'm sorry if I'm missing some of your guys' comments. It's hard playing and reading. What is the must-have to start Thorns during the campaign? Really, the only must-have is barbs. You can level through Act 1 without Crown of the Pale King for the most part. There's a lot of melee. There's mostly melee hitting mobs, but if you're talking about the way like Thorns is, where it plays easy and brain off, it's when you get the helmet. I would, unless you're a super experienced Thorns veteran, I would not start Thorns until you have the helmet. I should probably just start saying that from now on. I should not give the semantics about it. I should just be like, don't start Thorns until you get the helmet. That's the safest way to play it and not ruin your Act 1 experience. So just assume you're not going to play Thorns for Act 1. If it's your first character league start. If it's your first character league start. What's another build you would play, if not Thorns? Well, I mean, I've played lots of different builds. Like, I don't just have Thorns builds on my channel, or Reflect builds. I have Minion builds, I have, like, Ballista builds. Like, I've played a lot of different builds. I'm open to a lot of stuff. But, if I'm not league starting specifically Thorns, I would be playing Magma Barrier. I think I'd be playing Magma Barrier and Shields. I would be Shield Skills. Or Wind Dancer. Maybe Wind Dancer. My Wind Dancer build, I think a lot of people had quit PoE 2 by the time it came out. But my Wind Dancer build is insane with how well it could clear. Like, the armor explosion technique was awesome looking. And as far as I can tell, it did not get touched at all. Armor explosion and poison didn't get nerfed. Wind Dancer didn't get nerfed. The only nerf that happened to it is in terms of Giant's Blood. Giant's Blood. You see how, like, we have permanent barb stacks here. Because I'm constantly being hit, and it just allows you to dump Rapid Assault with permanent barbs with Thorns. Like, that's why we play Rapid Assault, but yeah. Wind Dancer could still be very good. The biggest nerf to Wind Dancer is Giant's Blood. But I'm not fully dooming about the Giant's Blood nerf yet. I got a little bit swayed yesterday on the podcast that they might have done the nerf a little bit too early. I think that like maybe the nerf wouldn't have been required if we had swords and axes. But I definitely feel like some form of nerf was needed for it. I don't know. Maybe not. You're gonna let me start minions and the specters? Do it, man. My second character is gonna be a minion build. Yeah, Ravenous Storm looks cool. There's the new Iron Ward skill. Looks cool. Damn. Thanks everybody for tuning in. I got over 100 people watching on YouTube and 79 on Twitch. What the hell? League start hype, I guess. I'm usually like a 20 viewer Andy. Yeah, the shield charge chain is the thing I'm most excited for. I want to be spamming shield charge. Babala is a fun fight for Thorns. She's got a lot of multi-hit attacks and facet-hitting attacks.
Now, Jingak, I prove myself. Kundek. Mists of Salami.
Mist of Salami. That attack will kill you. Yeah, Resonating Shield just doesn't do enough armor break. Nice, now we got an add on us. We're getting extra rapid assault. Cool. Well, if you guys are wanting to League start Thorns, I'll give you guys... Which one is this? Is that... Oh, that's the Blacked Out. I thought that was Pariahs. I was about to say, damn, they're just getting lucky with the Pariahs. If you guys are worried about League starting Thorns and Trial of Sekhmet, I can try and give you guys a good look at how you use active block inside Trial of Sekhmet. Yeah, no, my channel, I've gotten so many subs too. I've gained almost 1,000 subs in the last week on YouTube, like. And my YouTube video I posted today is like, it's getting more views than my videos ever get, like per hour. The League hype is insane right now. Everyone is so hyped. Like, it's great. Like, I don't want people dooming over PoE 2 anymore. I'm glad there's excitement around the game now. Yeah, because that was my old... So the reason the Warbringer guide only shows level 16 is it was my old guide that was to level 90, but I'm refitting it for 0.3. But we don't have the 0.3 passive tree yet banned, so I'm waiting until Mobalytics updates with the new passive tree, and then I will finish updating that Warbringer Mobalytics. It should be fully updated by the launch. We're just waiting for the passive tree. I can't, like, update it yet, so... That's what we're waiting for. The hell? Oh, wait, I'm not done there. I'm on autopilot. Is Thorns damage a hit or not a hit? Yes and no. Thorns is insanely... Like I say, Thorns is early access. There's so much of it that's either bugged or, like, inconsistent. In some instances of the game, it acts as hits. Like, so, but in most situations, it acts as a hit. But in certain situations, there's, I assume, just code bugs, and it doesn't act with those hits. In 0.2, they fixed a lot of the bugs with Thorns, but there's still some that's, like, a problem. Oh yeah, there's a Thorns thread in the PoE Discord that we talking. Polios pings me whenever he gets the good news. Oh, is that a rare chest? Cool. Nice. Had a rare, level 6 skill gem, and a Regal Orb in it. So, like, one thing to keep in mind, like, through the campaign, an item like this, probably you're not going to be able to get, right? It's a rare with 4 good stats, right? But an item with 11 to 17 Thorns damage and maybe 1 resistance, you're going to be able to trade for a Regal Orb. For sure. For sure. So, I know Thorns is weird and you have to trade a lot. Just don't instantly slam your Regals into your gear. I know you're going to be tempted to, but you're going to find a lot of Thorns gear for cheap because people are not going to care about 15 to 22 Thorns with, you know, a res roll. With a single res roll blue item, right? But for you, where the fuck did I end up going? How did I end up going back down here? I swear, man. I got the worst streamer brain rot. Yes, from the game's perspective, it counts as a hit. I should have phrased that better. I'm autistic, so sometimes I just say stuff stupid. It's just the way my brain interprets it. But yes, it technically should be acting like a hit, but in a lot of ways where you would think it would act like a hit, there's a bug preventing it from acting like a hit. So just be mindful that there are some bugged interactions with Thorns that they're still having to fix, I assume. And you never know if it's a bugged interaction because sometimes GGG like intends for certain things to not work with certain things, but yeah. That'd be great, Gay. That'd be great. I really want a league start as a Witch Hunter for Thorns, and I would be playing my Freezing Rapid Shot build for probably until I transition to the Thorns build. That would be great. I feel like that Freezing Rapid Shot build is a great league starter for this league. I don't know if you can get Embitter early game. I don't know what tier support gem it is. That's the biggest problem with the Freezing Rapid Shot, is you need that support gem. So it depends on what support tier Embitter is. Is it Embitter? The one that converts fire to cold? Or elemental damage to cold? But yeah, that's the biggest downside for that, but I think you can transition. You can transition from a Witch Hunter easily. Any mercenary start to Thorns. It's the same distance. It's the same distance. The best defense, the thing you want to start with Thorns is Vengeance. 10% Thorns damage leeches life. Since I've gotten my Thorns damage higher, I have stopped using my life flask. It really is that big of a difference. Vengeance is so good. This is when you can really start playing Thorns well, obviously combined with Crown of the Pale King. And Mercenary start is the same distance. So that's why Witch Hunter and Gemling are both great options for Thorns. Does Thorns crit? Yes, it does. That's why I'm not league starting a Ritualist. Ritualist, I think, is potentially the best because of the third ring. It's just super expensive and other problems, but you're just a little bit further away. So. And yes, the helmet's very cheap. Crown of the Pale King is cheap, and you're very likely to chance orbit. It's not a rare unique, so. Now what's cool, you guys, is I forget what they're called. But it's the new league mechanic that can roll the extra sockets. I'm nervous about that because Thorns has so many uniques, and you're gonna want that extra socket on all of your Thorns uniques. So, a base Crown of the Pale King will always be cheap. But I'm worried if the 3 rune, the Bisses, whatever they're called, yeah, the Bissel things. The 3 runes is gonna be expensive. That is my concern. We'll have to see, but when you take into account we have those Thorns runes that give 1 to 100 lightning thorns, 3 sockets is a premium. Crown with 3 sockets? Like, everything with as many sockets as possible is how you're going to want to play Thorns. I should be playing Rake right now. I just hate, like, the reason why you don't see me swapping and, like, playing Rake for mapping and Rapid Assault for bossing is because I just hate doing it. It's too much work. But you should be playing Rake for, like, next patch we won't have to do that. We'll have multiple support gem slots, but you should be playing Rake while you're doing this, and you should be swapping to Rapid Assault for bosses, but it's an unfortunate side of it. I have no idea, Hochi. Thorns only works on melee attacks. It doesn't look like Forge Hammer. Oh, it is melee, but it can be thrown. Interesting. It depends on if the throw portion of it can proc Thorns. We'll have to see. It could. Could, very well could. Well, the craziest thing about the multiple sockets is Moriors. A 6-socket Morior is going to be a 100 Divine item. If it's got the right rolls. I mean, it's got the perfect roll, it's going to be a mirror item. A 6-socket Morior is going to be... What? Especially for Thorns, dude. A 6-socket Morior for Thorns? That is going to be the best chess piece in the game. Period. It's hard to tell because you have, like, the Overleach item. But I imagine a 6-socket Moriors with a Thorns enchant on it. Alright, you can get Thorns enchants corrupted, too. Yeah, you probably wouldn't want the Thorns enchant, though. You probably want the 6 sockets. Yeah. I think you'll be surprised at how often it's going to be up for trade twice. There are going to be a lot more people selling Crown of the Pale Kings than playing Thorns, I imagine. And they drop like crazy. And a big theme of this league is the fact that we have trade in-game and asynchronized trade. So I feel like a lot more people are going to be playing trade. So I just imagine it's going to be very easy. Like, if you're speed leveling Act 1, then sure. You might not get your crown by level 16, but I imagine that, we'll be fine, you know? Do the math. Boots plus passive plus 3 crit runes plus crit nodes next to crit. Yeah, I talk about it in one of my videos, I think, releasing tomorrow. Like, the reason this node is so good is because this node is right beside it. Like, it forces you to use Briar Patch and this passive because, like, these two things combined with how good this is just makes crit Thorns so easy. And you got the crit stuff here, too. That's not too far away. But if you're right with the helmet runes and 100% crit chance, I mean, yeah. Crit Thorns is going to be the thing again. Break armor. Oh, wait, I forgot to. I always forget the swap. I can't wait until I don't have to do the swap anymore. I know I was anti the change originally, but like doing the swap is like I'm all for the change at this point.
I shall dethrone you, Sekaba, and leave you to the sand.
I probably need a better two-hander for armor breaking. But you can see the damage drop we get when we lose Scavenge Plating. This is why I emphasize breaking armor, like, and why Warbringer is so good. Now look at the damage I'm doing. It's just significantly better. I'm typically an SSF enjoyer, but I'm playing trade this time. It's exciting. And, I mean, I'm not, like, trying to disparage solo self-found players or hardcore, like the solo self-found and solo self-found hardcore players. You keep doing you. The game is not ready for you guys. Like, so, I honestly feel like you're going to have more fun in trade. I can't know your play style and how you play, but the game is just, like, clearly not ready for solo self-found yet. With, like, these wild balance changes and, like, constantly everything, like, the crafting's just not there yet. It's getting better this patch for sure. So maybe this patch is the solo self-found patch, but the appeal of trade is just so high that... I think we're getting closer to solo self-found, though. It's just scarier now that, Smith is worse. Solo self-found players had a, fallback on Smith for a while. Yeah, it's just a personal thing. It's a personal playstyle thing. It just depends on how much you like the grind. Right now, this game is more grindier than I would like it to be for solo self-found. But I've never been a solo self-found player, so like I shouldn't even be talking about it. Oh yeah, my tabs are chaos, bruh. Look at this shit. Look at my dump tabs. Oh, my dump tabs might be cleaner now. Where are all my dump tabs? Oh yeah, this is what I'm talking about, baby. This is my life right here. This is my life. I thrive in this. You guys are gonna be seeing a lot of this soon. Here's how I operate when I'm playing. Is I do this. I'll deal with it later. How many premium tabs are you gonna convert? I haven't figured that out yet. I'm not sure yet. I was gonna wait until like somebody who's smarter than me told me how many I should want. Thorn Crit works okay with Impale. It works okay with Impale. Yeah, I'm sure it does. Right now, Encased in Jade just sucks, but with the change, I'm sure you will be using Encased in Jade a lot with Thorns. If you're meaning, do you get the procs? Yes, you do. I hate having the swap. I should probably just only use Rapid Assault so I can be lazy, but... Yeah, I really want to do a Iron Ward build at some point. I very well might test it during leveling. It just depends on what Spirit Gem tier it is and stuff. Do you guys think the Gilded Beetle will be back? Yeah, it just sucks not having Rapid Assault for rare. God, this change is going to be so good for Thorns. Oh, I was a fool for sleeping on this change. See how I'm just like leeching through all of that? Thorns Leech is serious. That was with no armor break, by the way. I'm getting my passive points, and then we're going to go do Trial of Sycamos, so... And then once we have the Warbringer Ascendancy, like, we're going to have perma-stacks of Scavenge Plating, so... Our damage is going to be through the roof, then. Yeah, Chris, it's going to be an awesome league. And I'm sorry, guys, if I missed your message. I am still, yeah. Don't be afraid to, like, re-ask a question if you're, like, asking for, like, a question. I'm not trying to ignore you. It's just, yeah. You gotta kind of pay attention when you're playing Thorns. I know, shocker. Paying attention to the game you're playing. Yeah, the losing stacks thing was stupid. Like, I don't know why the losing stacks thing was in the game at all. Like, the moment I saw that, I was like, yes. Like, that's how it should have been the entire time. I'm going to be using it. Like, I assume you're going to take your first points in the armor break. I don't know if we're going to do negative armor break or not. We might do Encased in Jade and then both the points back into Turtle Charm for the 75% block chance. I'm not sure. But we might do the 75% block chance. Where's the... I came here for the skill points. We might as well get this waypoint, though. I can't wait for the no cooldown shield charge. Oh my gosh. This patch is going to be so good. No, you have to... This is the maximum focus playstyle. Yeah, I'm going Warbringer because of noobs, essentially. Like, there's no way, like, even if I made a mobalytics guide for the Warbringer and was like, just do this, but, like, I'm playing it on a Witch Hunter, I know there's going to be a lot of people who don't pay attention to that, and they're just going to play what I'm playing, and they're going to struggle. And maybe not struggle's the right word, but, like, just being honest, Warbringer Thorns is the chillest way to play Thorns. Like, the self-armor break is, like, as brain-off fun as it can be. So I feel like that's just the best way. And, like, I feel like a lot of the complaints I got about Thorns were always about, Scavenge Plating and Armor Break, so. On my non-Warbringer. Did I swap it? I didn't, yeah. Yeah, I wish that video got more views, Kadachi. I think I flopped on the thumbnail. That definitely didn't help with it. But yeah. That was a sick build, man. What the fuck is this snake lady? How did I miss her? Did I run by her already? Did I kill her already? Am I that brain? Oh, nope. Am I brain that off? Is she over here? Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be so different. Like, there's gonna be so many, like, quality of life things that have changed because of the multiple support gems that, like, I haven't even realized, but, like, I don't even know, like, what the end game's gonna look like because of the new Thorn skin. Thorn skin is a 70% buff. Like, and you can stack it, potentially. Like, that's crazy. Well, it's not my job. This is definitely, like, this is a hobby to me, like, and will always be a hobby. I don't look at this as my career in any way. I always treat my YouTube channel, like, I do what I want to do on it, period. That's where my mind always is. Obviously, I want it to be successful, and if it, like, turns into a side business or has side money on it, sure, but just to be blunt, like, I don't make any money from my YouTube channel. Like, at all. I think my best paying month was, like, a little over 1,000 back in the WoW days, but PoE, for whatever reason, well, I know the reason. PoE viewers, they don't watch the full video. And you need people to watch the full video for you to make money off of ad revenue. People like to skip around the video, or good players don't need to watch the whole video to get an idea of the build, right? So you don't have a very deep watch time with PoE videos. So, like, it doesn't even really make you that much money. But I just genuinely don't want you guys to have a bad time. Like, I can play whatever I want, and if you guys fail, like, that's not, like, I don't have, like, that's not on me, right? But I do care about that, though. I guess. I don't know. It's hard to say. It's hard to, yeah. It's not necessarily a job, but I guess you could consider it one with how much effort I put into it. But I don't look at it as financially motivated in that sense. Like, if the success of the build did not do well, that does not hurt my feelings, you know? I guess. Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be... Thorns gearing is gonna be expensive. That's another reason why I'm avoiding Ritualist. Because Ritualist is just expensive as fuck. Okay, let's go do Trial of Succumus. I know a lot of you are wanting to see the trial. So, let's dive into that. Which one is it? Down here? And I won't use any relics. I'm just going to go in with this. Let me see if I can get a better spear. And, like, I don't have 2 rings. Oh my god. I'm really bad at picking up loot off the ground. I've just built really bad habits from this league for playing, like, with twink gear for so long. Whatever. I know I would have currency to craft this up, so. None of that helps, none of that helps, none of that helps. Cool. You gotta have gloves that are better than that. Cool.
You are battle ready.
Oops. This one's got Dex. The DPS does help. It's not the biggest deal, but it does help.
May it serve you well. Blessings.
Okay. Would you ever play hardcore, Titan? I would not play hardcore for other reasons. I've got space brain. I lose focus easily. I've got really bad ADHD. And I like to look at chat and so I don't have the focus for hardcore to do it while streaming. So that's the main reason why I don't hardcore. Is like, yeah, I just don't have the focus for it. Or the patience for it. I hate over-farming in ARPGs. I really hate over-farming in ARPGs. Like, if I'm sitting in one spot for too long, that sucks. I would not do Thorns hardcore. You could do Wind Dancer hardcore, though. You could get away with Wind Dancer hardcore. Do you swap the spear at 16 or A spat? I would swap the spear. I mean, I don't know what to do on launch. If I'm being Onset Royal. For Act 1, you use whatever weapon you have. If you have a good mace, I would level with maces. If you have a good spear, like if a good spear drops, use a good spear, I guess. But, like, yeah, it's tough to say for Act 1. Act 1 is really a crapshoot. Because you don't get Rapid Assault until the end of Act 1, so for the majority of it, it doesn't really matter what you're leveling. Like, Thorns, you don't get all of what makes Thorns good until, I need to pay attention. You don't get all of what makes Thorns good until, literally the end of Act 1, and it's around level 16. Like, you can't use Rapid Assault until 14. You can't use Crown of the Pale King until 16. So... yeah. It really doesn't matter what you level as through Act 1. If you're playing a Witch Hunter, level as a crossbow build. If you wanted to level as a warrior with Edie Contagion, like, seriously, though, just play Edie Contagion for 1 to 16. No joke. Like, if you want the easiest leveling process for your league start, play Edie Con for Act 1, and then, once you have currency, buy the Thorn stuff and swap then. Now, I could have killed stuff there, but I was talking. I don't always just kite there. But if you want to kite there, you can avoid honor loss by doing that. Now, one thing to always keep in mind, like, people are always like, how do you make it without losing any honor? Like, well, one, you can lose honor. You can lose honor. The early game Trial of Sekhamos, you can lose honor. Actually, let me record. Let me see if I have enough disk space right now. Maybe I should record this, because this might be good for the... You know what, I'll just capture the VOD later on stream. But yeah, let me just start this as a little Trial of Sekhamos guide, because I might want to upload this to YouTube later. Hey guys, so one of the questions I get a lot is, how do you handle Thorns in Trial of Sekhamos? You have to take damage to deal damage with Thorns, and when you take damage in Trial of Sekhamos, you lose honor, which is this mechanic right here. So a couple things is, one, it is okay to lose honor in Trial of Sekhamos. As you're progressing through it, you will see lots of these doors. awards a shrine to restore honor, and you are more than likely going to see multiple of these throughout your journey. You are going to lose honor. You do not need a flawless run to get your ascendancy points. A lot of people like have this weird mentality like, I can't get hit ever. You can't get hit. That's fine. But the key thing with Trial of Sekamos is block. Now, at this level, you're not going to have a high block chance. My block chance is only 25%, and in the next patch, we have no idea how low it'll be. The values and shields are getting adjusted and stuff, but it'll probably be lower than 25%. You really can't depend on passive block for Trial of Sekamos. Like I said, yes, why am I talking about block in general? When you block the hit, you are still getting hit, so you still do Thorns damage. But you aren't taking damage, so you don't take honor loss. So blocking is the key to Thorns in Trial of Sekamos. Passive block isn't going to be it early game, so that is where active block comes in. And active block is getting buffed in the patch. We have multiple ways of doing it. You have Ray Shield and you have Resonating Shield. And yeah, if you just block the hits, it is so much easier. I'm probably just going to upload this full video here just so people can see how I do it. It's probably not going to be the cleanest. There's some cheese techniques you can do with the hourglass where you just kind of kite around and you don't fight anything, but it's not as hard or as you think it would be. The hardest part's the final boss. You have to know which attacks you can and can't block. You might fail once or twice if it's your first time through, but you get infinite attempts with your first time. It's only one set, so if you fail, you're really only having to do it again in 15 to 20 minutes. So it's not as hard as you would think. So what do I have this stuff in? Rapid Assault right now? Yeah. So these are honestly one of the more annoying things to do. Is you can't do Thorns damage to these guys. So you have to wait until something hits you to be able to hit them. And sometimes that can be super annoying. Or you can just slowly beat them down with Rapid Assault. So this is the most annoying part right here. Now you see I took some damage, but I only lost 14 honor, and that ain't the end of the world. Because we are going to heal plenty of it.
Just try it.
But this is really the most annoying part. So I guess you should read. That's one thing you can do, is read the doors you're going to. The Ritual Casters is easy to deal with. It's just annoying because you just gotta wait till you get hit. You're going to have to take some damage every once in a while, because some mob types are just like those caster worms. They're annoying. Right, but then you get these ones where you can just block it with active block like that. I did Resonating Shield, took the hit, and then you just Rapid Assault, and you kill them with your barbs. Obviously, if you're playing something like Spark or Lightning Arrow, you get a much easier Sekamos, but this isn't difficult, it's just slow. These are the most annoying mobs right there, is the Lightning Beetles. Their attacks go through active block. So no matter what you do through the Lightning Beetles, they will hit you. So you just have to hit them. And then you can, of course, use Shield Charge. Oh, did I miss one? Yeah, I missed one. I think Shield Charge with Stomping Ground will be great. Shield Charge with Stomping Ground will more than likely be very good. Funny how this is the hardest part of Trial of Sekamos for Thorns. It's because you have to take damage to get your barbs procs. Until we get a way we can self-proc barbs, you have to get hit by something. Never take this one. You can get away with no armor. So the problem with going down here is, no matter what, you're forced into a 1 option, and then a 2 option, and a 2 option. So this could just completely fuck your run. Afflictions being unknown isn't the end of the world when you're doing the early one. Never take this one. Never take this one. We have to be hit to deal damage. This is like the worst case scenario for Thorns. Doesn't matter ever. Ever. Mid-game, late game, if you're farming Trial of Sycamus, never take Ritual, or never take Hungry Fangs. I'm just worried about this right here. So it's really just a gamble. Having no armor is fine. I don't have much armor. Having no armor isn't going to kill me this early on. The problem is this RNG going to kill me? You want more options as often as possible. 2 options are going to be a better option of finding one of the Restore Honor points. I am going to go with the gamble of the one down below. We'll see what happens. Now, obviously, when you get these ones, they don't matter for Thorns, right? You just get through these. And of course, again, I am doing this at level 22. That's crazy. On League Start, I'm probably not coming here at 22. It's probably going to be closer to 26 or 28. You do not have to do it this early. It's definitely risky doing it this early. You'll want to go in with as good as gear as possible. And my gear is not as good as possible right now. I think, so you would want to, so you would either do it whenever you wanted to, if you thought your gear was good enough, or you do it at level 28. 28 is when you get your next Thorns gear upgrade. And then this would be a fucking joke at level 28, so. Alright, so we didn't get fucked there. But we did not get a Restore Honor thing, which is fine. We're still good on Honor. I forget if this is the one you have to go for. I don't think you have to go for that one. You can skip that one? I forget. I don't remember if you have to go for that one up there. I think you have to go for it. I'm going to go for it just in case. I don't remember if you have to skip this one. I think you have to do that one. Which one's Gauntlet? Is this one Gauntlet? Which one's Gauntlet? This one's Escape Trial, is it? Which one's this one? I hate this one. I hate this kind of shit right here. This is the shit I hate in ARPGs. I don't know why... Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I don't know why every ARPG has this shit. I want to be killing monsters at every point I'm playing the game. And Trial of Sycamus has multiple things where you're not killing monsters at every point of the game. I just want to be killing stuff. That's all I want to do, right? I feel like that's how, Man, this gauntlet sucked. Uh-oh. Okay. Hit me. All right. Gauntlet. Chalice. And then hopefully one of these is Restore Honor. But we're still good on Honor. So. I don't read in any video game. Period. So. Yeah, I don't read which path I'm taking. I just click and it goes. The only thing I read is what the affliction is, because you have to read that, but even on like maps, I refuse to read the modifiers on my map sometimes, and I just die because I'm doing something I shouldn't have committed to. I don't think you have to go to this one. I think that one's skippable. Oh, I took fire damage there? Yeah, I took a fire damage there. God damn it. Took 2 ticks of fire damage there. Yeah, if you're gonna be greedy and roll under them, you can't fuck up. So I don't recommend rolling under them.
I'm not ready. Foul beast.
Alright, so we have no honor restore. Let's hope the merchant gives us something good. Now, this is one of the harder ones. You need to be... This is one of the harder parts of Trial of Sycamos. I'm glad that we're trying to do this one. The rare monsters suck, because a lot of the rare monsters have hits that don't proc Thorns. So, what I call... what we call it is you have to drag mobs over to the rares. You need to find rares... Enemies that will proc your Thorns for you, so you can kill these rares easier. Or you're not killing them that easy. Or you're going to take a bunch of damage.
Come get me.
Like these spiders. These spiders are helping a lot with this rare.
No challenge.
I think the other one was down here. It's probably this guy. These guys suck too. Because they do... Oh, of course. It's the worst modifier too. Lightning Storm fucking sucks. Can't stand still. Can block that. This is the worst modifier to fight this guy on. This is hilarious. Still plenty good on honor. But yeah, I think I'm going to put in the guide to do this at level 28 unless you're experienced with Trial of Sycamos. I think that's the play, right? Level 28, you get that big Thorns damage spike. It'll be way easier then, so you just do most of Act 1, and then you come back to Trial of Sycamos before,
You will succeed. We will succeed.
you come back to Trial of Sycamos 28, yeah. Yeah, here's why Hourglass is good. Hourglass, you don't actually have to do anything. You just run around. You can kill if you want to. But there's no, you know, if you're just trying to be as safe as possible, and there's no shame in running around. Yeah, I'll scroll through chat after I'm done with this, guys. I obviously don't want to, like, lose honor because I'm reading chat. We're almost done with the trial. I'll scroll through chat soon, though. You will pull the levers and you will like it. That is, the waterways, man. That's how I feel about the waterways. I don't care. We will pull those levers, and we will like it. Okay, boss time. Okay, so, as we get into the boss, it really is just about learning which hits you can block and which hits you can't block. That's really it.
The foe ahead is formidable. Steel yourself.
It is when they glow heavy red, you cannot block it. Get out the way. Otherwise, you can Resonating Shield or Ray Shield. I like the Ray Shield. Don't get hit by this part, though.
Stand clear.
Come get me!
Oh no, I dodged that. I forget if you can block that one. Okay, we finally have Scavenge Plating, but he's not going to hit us during it. Ugh. Yeah, I got to figure out the early game armor break situation. Because my armor break is just not good enough right now. It takes too long to break armor. That hurt. He's just like not doing the one swing that I'm used to. There it goes. That looked blockable. I just don't know if that one's blockable. I guess I should find out. That one's not. That one's not. Okay, so maybe those are all blockable. Hit me. Ugh. Every time I've gotten Scavenge Plating stacks, it's always, he does that.
Come get me!
Okay, I can't block that. Dodge. I have to dodge that one. Right now, I'm doing a bunch of testing to see what can be blocked. And I lost way too much honor doing that. Well, this is going to be a close one. Let's see if we can clutch it out. I don't think we're going to. I'm just failing at hitting hit now that I'm panicking. Rip. Okay, so if I didn't hit, if I didn't take those two big ground slams early on, I think it would have been fine. But we'll do that better this time. That's what I think I need to do. Is I need to do a guide for that boss. The rest of it is easy. It's that boss that you need to know what you can and can't block. We'll do that again. Where did it go? Where'd it go? Huh? Oh, I have to talk to her. Rip. Okay. I'm gonna watch the VOD real quick. Let me pull it up on stream. Because I want to see which blocks are actually blockable and which ones aren't. Because I'm bad at telling in the moment. Okay, let me get this up on stream. Okay. That was a good run otherwise. I mean, if I would have not been trying to take those too many hits to see what was blockable, he was dead for sure. Which one is it? That one? No, it's display capture. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Let's get to the fight. All right, let's look at the fight. That one's the only one I don't think we can block. I think it's just that one. That's blockable. Like, that one's definitely blockable. But I think more of them are blockable. Come on, show me another one. I don't know if that one's blockable. I think it... might be next patch with Turtle Charm. But I can't tell from the animation if that one's blockable or not. That one's the one that killed me. That one I ate twice. Don't get that. That's the most dangerous one. I can't tell if this is the one I'm confused about. Is this one blockable or not? Well, so you 100% can't block these ones, Marshall. This right here, where they glow red. These attacks are always unblockable. So no matter what, that's not blockable. You have to dodge that every time. So me getting hit by that twice was just... I don't know why. I was either being a noob or I don't know why I thought I could block it. That one's not blockable. You get out of that every time. That one isn't blockable? I couldn't tell. I can't tell if he's just like glowing red because he's a red boy, or if he's glowing red because it's the unblockable hit. That's my confusion, I guess, here as I'm having. I think he's just like enraged because he hit half-life or something. No, maybe not. I can't tell. Can't you turn off his red highlight? Oh, can you? Would that help, you think? Because I think the most important thing I should do for you, like for the new players, because this is going to be a headache for anyone new, who, especially if they do it at a lower level. I think I need to have the mechanics of the fight down. I should tell you every animation you can block and you can't. Which hit was this? Okay, so that was just the obvious one. What's this hit that hits me here? Oh, I got hit by that. Okay. Okay. I mean... yeah, I'm not sure. We'll go again. We're not gonna redo the video though. Let me read chat though. We're not gonna redo that whole part of that video. I'll edit in the good kill on after the bad kill where I'm testing stuff. I'm gonna keep both parts, but let me read what you guys are saying real quick. Cosmic, I don't know if you're still here, but at the start of the game, get a shield and spear and anything with thorns. I think so. It's hard to know because we don't know all the skill changes, but I'm going to go ahead and bet that spears are still the best bet. Yeah, Royal. I don't know if you're still here as well when you asked about the leech, but yes, essentially, yes. As long as you don't get one hit, the thorns will more than likely always heal you up. Always highlight? Oh, no. That's not what I was looking for. I don't want screen shake enabled. I'm not seeing anything like that. I don't think it'd be under graphics. Okay. Obviously one of the easier ones. I personally like Death Crystals, just because it's over fast. I hate Gauntlet, though, yeah. But I think in the guide, I'm going to say level 28 Trial of Sycamore. There's no reason to do it sooner. I will do it sooner. I'm going to do it at 22. But for the guide, I'm going to tell people 28. Ugh. Chalice. The damn chalice. And this is an awkward one, too. There we go. Drag these guys over to this rare. I did not mean to hit him. Yeah, you're just gonna have to eat him on this guy, unfortunately. Yeah, this is like one of the worst parts, just because it's like these guys are so hard to kill. There's probably a mob over here I could have dragged. Of course, it's the boss mob, too. My sound is gone? I don't think so. It shouldn't be. I don't, the people who are saying Witch Hunter are bad are all the people who didn't play the last patch. They're the people who played for the week and then quit and went and played other games and then, like, bitched about how the game sucks. But anyone who played 0.2 eventually saw what Witch Hunter could be. Now, I understand if you don't want to have Witch Hunter S tier. It's not an ascendancy for everyone. But sound versus camera is off? What does that mean? I gotta focus the trial. This was a bad thing to do while streaming with you guys here. I should have done it at a higher level because the focus it requires can't let me read chat. Oh yeah, we're talking about Witch Hunter. Yeah, we're talking about Witch Hunter. Yeah, Witch Hunter's good, man. It's niche, but it's good. What was your question? Oh. Oh, yeah, those people who think Witch Hunter is bad, they just didn't play the game. They're the people who played the game for a week and then went and did other stuff and talked about how they hated the game and how bad it was. Anyone who played 0.2 knew the potential of Witch Hunter because they saw what it could do defensively. And they knew all of its problems. The people who think Witch Hunter is going to suck this patch are people who just didn't play the patch enough. That's it. That's it. That's all it is. They will see. They will see the light. There's gonna be a day where everyone's like, oh shit, Witch Hunter's cracked. And it's gonna be like, yeah, it was cracked last patch, man. Well, it's not cracked this patch, but if you've seen the build we showcased on the podcast, of the unkillable sorcery ward, like, you attach that to any functional build, game over. And that guy was clearing tier 4 content with it. I should have gone up that way. Sorcery Word did not really get nerfed. Everyone's overreacting to... Where am I going? I'm so bad at playing this game while streaming. I just get, like, super distracted. And that's not a you guys' fault. That's a me being dumb fault. A lot of people are overreacting to the quality changes, but they added passive nodes and a bunch of stuff that can help you get more quality on your gems. So a lot of those quality changes and nerfs are just compensating for the new quality changes coming. I took a lot of damage there. I should have cleared this area. So, Sorcery Ward is like, the nerfs to it are just minor. But they mainly targeted quality, if I recall. But, no, Witch Hunter's gonna be fine. Well, it's not just that crossbow got buffed, weapon swap got buffed. People sleep on the power of the weapon swap passive still. The weapon swap passives, like, those get used better whenever people have a better mastery of the game. Like, I'm not smart enough to math weapon passives good enough, but when somebody who's, like, experienced with Witch Hunter has played it 20 times and, like, has, like, the math done for, like, the perfect 1 set, 2 set, like, Witch Hunter is going to excel. It's going to be, at the builds that it's good at, it's going to be the best at. I love Witch Hunter. I think it might be my favorite ascendancy. It's just so different. I have no idea, Zeplo. I have no idea. The Witch Hunter Zealous Inquisition worked on Breach, and it was super overpowered in Breach. I loved using it in Breach.
No challenge.
That's close.
Oh yeah, I get a boon here. Restored my honor too. Alright, 50% less energy shield. Cool. Ugh. Chalice. Yeah. You can use multiple Thorn Skin 2s. That's what I was meaning earlier when I said you'd be able to stack to 70%. That's what I'm saying, like... That's what I meant when I could be sleeping on Tactician. Because Tactician gets the reduced spirit cost reservation and shit. Oh, this is awful. With the fire explodes. I need him to hit me when a fire explodes not going off. He just doesn't want to hit me. There we go. But yeah, that's why I think Tactician... That's why I put Tactician not F tier. Like, Tactician could be like a sleeper A tier for Thorns. Because I'm playing Thorns, and I have to take damage to deal damage, and it's just too risky with the honor loss. You can definitely clear it, but I'm being lazy and looking at chat and stuff. I'm playing Thorns right now, so... I'm being a little bitch. What ascendancy will you play? I'm probably playing Warbringer. It's the easiest for my viewers, and a lot of them are playing Thorns for the first time, so I'm doing Warbringer for them. If I played what I wanted to play, I'd be playing Witch Hunter. It's funny, if you look at my channel, I did a poll, and the poll is 50-50. It actually, after 1,000 votes, it ended up 50-50 for Warbringer versus Witch Hunter. I just know Warbringer will be better for all the people doing it for the first time, so... Yeah, the trade changes are god tier. Like, I didn't know that all these trade changes were coming when I committed to Thorns for the league start, but like, I'm like, yeah. It makes league starting Thorns so much easier. It's still gonna fucking suck, but... Does that work in boss rooms? There's no way that works in boss rooms. I'll check that out. Or my Nightbot deletes stuff. I gotta change the settings.
This makes parry much more reliable. And not only that, but to make block and parry nicer to use, you now also move faster than before while using these abilities. This is a massive buff.
Yeah, it didn't do that. Maybe that's a quality of life thing coming in the patch. I'm not sure. It sure does. Okay. Well, that would just make it cheese. I wouldn't get to show off the fight. Does it prevent honor loss? Like, I would just be able to face tank the boss and you would just get no honor loss? That's insane. I've never thought about taking this before a boss. I don't know if I've ever had the opportunity to. I don't want to do that because it, like, it's not... I'm here trying to show off how you can kill the boss with Thorns, right? So we're not going to do that. But if that works... I'm gonna put it in the video that if you see this opportunity, you do it. But that's not bad. That doesn't help for people trying to figure out how to do this with Thorns. I think I am going to straight up just say do it at level 28 because at level 22, if I'm struggling, you know, the first time Thorns player is probably gonna be struggling too, especially with like trade gear. So, yeah, I'm just gonna say do it at 28. Well, I don't know if I necessarily said I struggle. We'll see if I struggle this one.
Just try it.
I just don't know if that's blockable. I need to eat one of those overhead ones. I need to eat an overhead one to see if it's blockable. It is blockable. Okay, overhead is blockable. Overhead is blockable. That one was blockable. I don't know why I rolled. That one's not blockable. Not blockable. Ooh, I got hit by it anyway. Hit me. God damn it. I need to time my armor break for when I have barb stacks. I just completely wasted that armor break. That's where like all my damage is coming from right now. Oh, I wanted to stop one early and I didn't. Damn. I don't think that one's blockable. I need a test though. That one's not blockable. I know that one. Blockable, okay. Blockable? That one is blockable. Okay, so it's really only the look out for the slam one that's not blockable. And the, yeah, that's blockable. Okay. They don't look like they should be blockable. I guess because he's red, he's throwing my, like, autistic brain off. But it's this attack only that looks like it's unblockable, and then maybe all these ground effects? Blocked. 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 That one's not blockable. Where's the overhead one? Show me the overhead one again. Yep, blockable. Boom. Everything is blockable, but the ground one where you have to roll like the 3 ground circles and the look out for the slam that she says. Everything else you can active block. That makes it insanely easy. I don't know. I guess I was always overcomplicating it before. I guess I just thought some of the red ones weren't blockable because he's red. Okay. That's way easier than I'd ever made it before. I'm glad I actually sat there and learned all the hits, because that's going to be very helpful for the video. That's going to be super helpful for the video. Alright, sorry guys I wasn't reading chat. If I missed any of your questions, please retype them. I'm really happy for Friday too as well, Sir Divinus. Hey Mirage, I don't know if you're here, but appreciate you, bro. Thanks, man. I hope you have a good league launch, bro. Oh, yeah, no, that's something I bitched about on the podcast. You don't get async trade. So we should have the in-game trade client from the start, which is huge. We can trade in the client from start. That's already bigger than async trade to me. Like, I know that might be blasphemy to some of you, but being able to trade in client is the bigger win to me. It's huge. But yeah, it sucks async trade's not unlocked until Act 4. That really sucks. I imagine that's for 2 reasons. One, it's just really one reason. The system is still in early access. If you had all of those people using it from level 1, including the botters, you might have a lot of day 1 bugs. So if you gate it behind Act 4 for now, you have a soft, like, test environment, I guess. That's the only reason I can think of why they gated it behind Act 4. Is they don't want everyone doing it from level 1 for botting purposes. For low investment, probably. Hey, what's up, Prada? How you doing, bro? I think I'm doing this right. Yeah, I did the shout-out right. My first successful shout-out. I did a tier list the other day, Maya, where I talk about all the... it came off a little trolly because I was rage baiting people with it, but... Because I think the PoE community gets... yeah. I can talk about that video in a minute, but the tier list is serious to an extent. Everything I talk about in it is real. Like, I'm being honest about, like, my opinion on all the classes, but I don't go super in-depth on them. But you can get a general idea of like all my thoughts on the ascendancies from that video. But before launch, I'm doing a deep dive into Ritualist, Witch Hunter, Warbringer, and Titan. So you'll have like a video that goes super deep into each of those 4, and why you should play Thorns into each of those. But I've played Thorns on Shayula Monk and on a Witch Hunter, and on a Chronomancer, so. Hey, thanks for the Twitch Prime, Libre. I appreciate you. I need to get up alerts set up and stuff. I'm a noob streamer, you guys. Did I take Anvil? Wait. I didn't. Alright. So this is why you go Warbringer. Easy. Look at that. Instant scavenge plating stacks. I'm at I'm just... Scavenge plating is so much Thorns damage. So like, look right here. I'm at 248 to 385 Thorns damage. Let's let scavenge plating fall. I have to kite because my Thorns damage will keep getting us stacks. When we hit stuff. So 248 to 110. My Thorns damage just halved. And I'm only using level 4 scavenge plating. In the next patch, we should be able to get spirit gems more often. So this shouldn't be always like at the lowest level. It'll be better. So yeah, Warbringer's awesome. This is why you go Warbringer. Trolling the PoE community is effortless. Yeah, I've never made a tier list before, and I always thought tier lists were just like trash content. But there's just this like this portion of the PoE community. You know who I'm talking about? Like, they're the people who, if it makes their build 0.00001% better, they want that information and they're fiending for it. They're fiending for it to a disgusting level, and like, when you notice they comment on people's videos and they don't get the information they're looking for, they're angry. They're just pissed. They're like, I can't believe I watched 23 minutes of this and it was nothing. And like, just like seeing that too often, just why I made that tier list video. I titled it the best tier list, knowing it was going to bait a bunch of people in, and then in the first 10 seconds when I say Thorns, those people would just mauled. And I know it's like kind of immature to make in a video. Like, that's why you make a video. That's why the video started. Like, it just, the idea of making a video titled the best tier list ever made me laugh. And then that's why I wrote the video and made the script, you know. The script of the video is actually legit, but it's definitely rage bait. It's definitely rage bait. And that doesn't translate to money or subscribers. Like, all those people instantly click off, right? But those people are just so thirsty for this information that they're like... And then the comments they leave when they don't get that information is just hilarious. So, I don't know. I'm weird. Are you holding out for Sorcery Ward? Sorcery Ward's Witch Hunter. I'm not playing Witch Hunter. I'm playing Warbringer. But I will be playing Witch Hunter as my third character, I think. And I will be playing with Sorcery Ward there, but... Sorcery Ward's great, man. Don't sleep on it. Yeah, I think, like, I might be telling people to play level EDCon tomorrow. I might be telling people to level EDCon tomorrow. Or not tomorrow, Friday. Like, just level EDCon for Act 1. Fly through Act 1, and then play Thorns. Because you can do EDCon on any character. For a league start. To get through Act 1 and 2, at least. Is Mobilix... What's Mobilix linking to? I don't even know what build it's linking to right now. Oh, my Shatter Thorn Titan. This is an old Thorn build. I don't know how... That build might be viable, but... It got nerfed in some way, so... It definitely won't be played exactly like that. Yeah, it was from Capus. Let me just show the video on screen real quick. I always hype up Witch Hunter and Sorcery Ward, so let me show why I do it. Witch Hunter Capus. Is it... Where is it? Why can't I find the build? I want to show the build real quick, because it's really cool. Hey, Dad of Exile, how you doing, man? Alright, I can't find his YouTube channel, because his video probably only had like 300 views on it, so it's not coming up in the alg. Let me find it through the podcast, because I'll be able to find it through the episode of the podcast we featured it on. I think it was on episode 3. So
don't know if policing's the right word. I'm not saying your complaints.
Shut up, Kal, you fucking nerd. Yeah, oh, it was, yeah, here it is. Boom. Okay, so this is gonna look crazy. Okay, so look at his life in the corner. He has 1 life, 66 energy shield. This is tier 4 Jet. This is a Witch Hunter. This is a Witch Hunter sorcery ward. Tier 4 Jet. Hardest content in the game. Look at his life. He's gonna take damage. Look at his life. He's getting hit. But all the damage is going to his mind over matter in his mana pool right now. But he's virtually unkillable. Look in the top left corner. His sorcery ward is at 14k. There's no elemental kill. There's nothing elemental that's going to kill him. And this is before the armor buffs. Now, obviously, it's caltrops and the damage sucks, but what I want to show here is if you look at his stats, look at his res. It's clearing Delirium, Waystone 16s with not res cap. He's got 90 armor, or 90% armor, so his PDR is max. His block's not that high. All of his defenses come from Chaos Inoculation, Sorcery Ward, and the physical damage reduction from armor stacking. This is essentially just getting buffed in this patch. Yeah, it's just getting buffed in this patch. And you just saw him, like, tanking tier 4 Zetch. This could be min-max a lot better this patch. So, this is why I am hyped about Sorcery Ward and Witch Hunter. I think it got nerfed a little, but we got quality nerfs to passives on the gem tree, on the passive tree. We got quality passives or whatever, so it might end up being not that big of a deal. It got slightly nerfed though, yes, but I think Sorcery Ward and Witch Hunter is like a perfect combination. There's not very many builds you can pull this off in. That's just so much elemental damage. So yeah, this is why I'm hyped on Sorcery Ward or Witch Hunter. Is I think like anyone, it might not be S tier, but it's not F tier. I promise you it's not an F tier ascendancy. People who are saying it as F tier are on drugs. They didn't play PoE 2 last patch to think it's F tier with all the changes coming. What is this lag? What the hell is this lag? Are you guys seeing this lag? Look at me dodge roll and the stuttering I'm getting. Is the stream lagging? Am I dropping frames? Doesn't look like I'm dropping frames. PoE's dying? I'm sure you guys see this stutter. I'm guessing it's in-game. We're gonna respawn at checkpoint and see if that gets rid of the lag. Looks gone. Game is lagging, but is like my voice quality not lagging? Maybe it is because of the video I had up. Let me close out all of my YouTube. Yeah, I don't have a great computer, so I probably have too many tabs open. I'm not a good streamer, you guys. I'm new to streaming. I'm a bum. I'm sorry. Here, let me close out of all these extra YouTube tabs. The stream seems okay. Cool. Cool. Yeah, I'm getting a crazy lag. What is this? Maybe I restart PoE? I'm gonna restart PoE. So, question, you guys. We know the servers are going to be on fire this weekend. We know with free-to-play, we're all not getting in on time. My question is, my bet is that they are going to extend the free-to-play weekend for a full week. This won't be a 2-day free-to-play weekend. This will be a full week free-to-play. And GGG is already intending on that to happen. They're already planning on that happening. I don't know what their philosophy is on the free-to-play weekend, but I imagine it's going to be chaos. It's going to be a lot of crashes and certain problems with the trade system. It looks fixed now. Maybe I just was on the wrong server. What's the I have it? I need to put in Rapid Assault. Okay, I was wondering why my damage was so low. Look at that. Yeah. The problem is I don't have exploit right now. I don't think there's any way to remove armor break until you get exploit, right? Just dump while you have armor, or you have the scavenge plating up, and then you wait for the armor break to fall off. Ooh, what is this lag? I guess it's what you're talking about with the Steam server. Someone said the Steam servers is doing maintenance. This happens every Tuesday. I never stream, so... And I never stream at this time. I was up really early today. Well, I was not up earlier than I normally am, but I was up, you know. Up. Yeah, just maximize your value inside scavenge plating. Yeah, once you have Warbringer's Anvil weight, it's free. That was a big lag. Holy crap. Holy crap. Holy.
Join the dead who so defiled. These tusks are what I seek.
Thorns is great, Pagan. I've got like 8 different Thorns builds, many other different styles of Reflect builds in the last patch. Check out my YouTube channel. I have so much Thorns content from the last week that just talks about many different things with Thorns. Once you get through a handful of those videos, you'll have a very good idea if you should league start Thorns or not. Specifically, watch the video I released today. It's called An Introduction to Thorns. Let me actually just link it to you. Let me just link the video for you. Start with this video. This gives you the very rough basics of Thorns in this game. Hey guys, KallTorak. It is the very rough basics of Thorns in this game. I'll post it in both chats in case you didn't see it this morning. It's the video I, Yep, I got many Thorns videos. If, like, just dig through my channel, Pagan, you can find many different builds for different ascendancies and stuff. But, yeah, all the recent videos are about Thorns, so... If you're a Thorns fan, just dig through that, and holy crap, this lag. Is it like this every Tuesday at this time? What? I will tell your tale. Ooh, can I upgrade my scavenge plating? I can, nice. I don't care about all this crap. This league's over soon. Does PoE 2 not have the equipment overlay? They do. I'm a noob. I don't use overlays yet. I'm a noob in a lot of aspects. Once you ask me to do something that's not using the game, my eyes glaze over and go, nah. Part of the reason is because I'm lazy, but the other part of the reason is, like, there's so many viewers who don't like using those things, and, yeah. Scavenge Plating got a slight nerf, Bob. It got a very slight nerf. It got a bigger nerf in Endgame, but the nerf was justified, and I imagine it got nerfed because we're getting compensated elsewhere. So I would not panic about the nerf for Scavenge Plating, personally. Like what Polios told me earlier was, so we have this pass, we have these boots here. These give you a flat 25% critical hit chance. Flat crit chance is different than like increased crit chance. This is just 25% raw crit. This is insane. You will probably always use these boots no matter what. And most Thorns playstyles. But this is like, this is flat 25%. And then this is 6%. Adding on this node here, and then getting a Crown of the Pale King with 3 sockets in it, all having the 50% increased critical strike chance for Thorns. Polios told me that was 100% crit chance. So, Crit Thorns got a massive level up this patch. Very easily able to get 100% crit. That is gargantuan. So yes, we got a slight damage nerf, but there's like so many ways we got buffs. So, we'll have to see. It might mean we're doomed for Tier 4 Arbiter. Or not Tier 4 Arbiter, Uber Arbiter. We might be doomed for. But any other content, I bet you we have. Well, Simulacrum sucks with Thorns. Simulacrum sucks with Thorns. We don't need to kill that rare. I don't know if we'll ever be able to do Simulacrum well. We'll see, though. Maybe with Magma Barrier. Tier 4 Simulacrum just hits so hard. Maybe the elemental armor damage stuff helps with Simulacrum. We'll see. It honestly might. But yeah, no need to doom yet. Will you be able to AFK tier 15? Okay, if you're talking like base tier 15s with like not juiced deliriums out the max, like Waystone 15s are easy as fuck for Thorns. You're just talking about normal Waystone 15s, even juiced Waystone 15s, they're fine with Thorns. Thorns gets a little bit slower when you have tier 16 juiced with Delirium maps. Like those, like we didn't have the damage and survivability for as much. But if you're talking about, like, like Waystone 15s are free for Thorns. The problem with Delirium was one-shots. You would just get randomly one-shot while you were stunned. Every other content's fine. Really, the only thing you die to in Thorns is one-shots. That's my biggest issue with Thorns, was always one-shots. Like, it's so hard to survive hits in this game, because the game's not designed around taking hits, you know? I need to check down here. Like, it's supposed to be punishing. So we're trying to play a playstyle that the game's not designed for.
I'm not ready.
I don't think there is a way to get stun immune for active block. This bar that fills up right here when you're like holding the active blocks. I don't think there's a way to stun immune that. I don't know though. I could be wrong. But for active block stuff, I think you always get that bar. So, Smith-a-Katava is good for... First of all, I'm not on the Smith-a-Katava Doom like everybody else. It definitely got nerfed, but I still think Smith is very good. But But Smith is just bait for Thorns. If I was league starting Wind Dancer, Smith is much more appealing. But because you get so much Thorns damage from your body armor, Smith, a lot of the body armor ascendancy doesn't, like, if the body armor ascendancy had Thorn stuff, yes, Smith would be great. But you're giving up so much Thorn stuff. Lot of damage by being Smith a Kataba and using the chest ascendancy. So, unfortunately, Smith is just kind of bait for Thorns. You can do it, but you're giving up a lot of damage. You only get Thorns damage from 3 pieces of gear on rares. And you're asking to give up the chest, which you could get a base chest with a Thorns enchant on it. That helps a lot, but it doesn't make up 200 raw Thorn damage you're getting on your chest, unfortunately. So, the only nerf to Wind Dancer Silverkin that I can tell, besides like the just inherent block changes, we don't know if those are buffs or nerfs yet, but the only nerf I can tell to Wind Dancer is Giant's Blood. Which is a pretty big nerf to it. A large portion of what made Wind Dancer good was having a good two-hander, and then being able to use that with a shield so you were tanky. You won't have to dual wield them to be Wind Dancer viable. But it's just always so scary running around without a shield as a melee character. So, having a shield with Wind Dancer is just like, when any reflect build you want a shield, right? That just makes sense. You're taking damage to deal damage. You either need to be able to take the hit or block, and block just default leans to that. But I think Smith could still be very good for Wind Dancer, is my TLDR. Where is it? Here? 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 Because you can make up a lot of defenses for Smith for Wind Dancer, and you might not have to run a shield. Because a single two-hander is fine. A single two-hander is fine for Wind Dancer. It just isn't fine without Giant's Blood. And I think it will be. It just won't be as OP as it was. But we don't know, like, we don't have the full patch notes yet. Like, there could be last-minute changes to Armor Explosion or something. I don't know. I mean, follow your heart, Dad. I personally think the palm stuff is bait. Active block, Bob. I'll have a video out tomorrow talking about it. I'll have a video out tomorrow talking about it. And yeah, I already have a how to clear trial second must video, but I'm going to make a new video that's more in depth. But yeah, you got to do that whole raise shield thing. Or just skip it. I'll have a new video out tomorrow, Bob. That's going to be an updated version for it. The old one was kind of half-assed, I would say, when I look back on it now. Like, I just kind of, yeah. I didn't really edit it. I just talked for 2 minutes, and then I put a hour-long stream VOD in front of it. So, you might want to wait for the one I post soon, but... yeah, Mirage, and I think that's a good change. I have no idea how the damage scales, like, mathematically last protagonist. Like, I'm not a math guy at all. I depend on people like Polios to tell me the math, because, like, I don't have the patience for it. All I know is Wind Dancer hit hard, and then everything else happened. The exact interactions of how it's being scaled, I don't know. I was just scaling Wind Dancer as high as I possibly could. Wind Dancer was hitting as hard as humanly possible, and then the rest was just happening. I don't know how armor explosion scales, to be honest. I think launch day, it'll be unplayable for the first hour. Hey, Ryan, by the way. But I think over the weekend, they'll stabilize. One thing to keep in mind, guys, is a lot of people think that we might break, like, the Steam launch records for 0.1. The Chinese player base is getting their own server with this patch. So all of the people that have been playing on our servers from China are going to be playing on their own realms now. So we are losing, like, that large portion of player base logging into our server. So it might not be as bad as we're thinking because China has their servers now. It's still free to play weekend. I assume it's still going to be crammed. But just one thing to take into account is China has their own servers. So I think the Chinese player base is big. I don't know. China's got a lot of people. I assume they like Path of Exile there. Right? Wait, they do Chinese live streams there, didn't they? Yeah, GGG goes to China for live streams. So they have to have a huge audience there. So yeah. And they're opening servers in China. So yes, they have a huge audience there. So we're going to lose a lot of players, I imagine, on the NA server. So it might be fine, in retrospect. Ow. 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 Eat it, 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 eat it. Trying to get his armor break to reset. So I can get new stacks of scavenge plating. Until you get exploit weakness, you can't remove armor break, right? Am I forgetting something that removes armor break besides exploit weakness? Exploit weakness is a tier 2 support gem, so I assume you won't have it on launch. What else removes armor break? There's something I'm missing. Sunder, right? But we don't have Sunder yet. What level is high velocity rounds? Can I just block this? Oh, wow, I just ate that. Okay. That was cool. The Thorns Leech is so OP. Eat it, eat it, eat it. Oh, that hurts. And yeah, they need to fix the hitboxes on him. Thor's is so fun on this fight. I'm under level 2, nice. Are you max resist? Right now, no. I've got bad gear on. I got shit gear on. I'm doing this in very budget cheap gear. Just to get like a kind of batter shout. Yeah, Battershy Warcry support. Can you get that this early? Is Battershout a tier 1 support gem? What is it?
I think I'll wait for a fight first.
I don't see it. It's tier 3? Okay, yeah. So there's no early game armor break. Armor. So, Batter Shout, tier 3, Exploit Weakness, tier 2, yeah. No, I need armor break removal. I need armor break removal. Because Warbringer always armor breaks with his damage. But you want to remove armor and re-break their armor so you can keep permanent stacks of scavenge plating on boss fights. And the normal way you do this is you just have exploit weakness like socketed into like any skill that you don't care about. And you just break the armor with that. But if it's a tier 2 on launch, we're not going to be able to use it for launch. Yeah, so there's no way to consume armor break right now early on. Does Leap Slam consume armor break? It's level 22. I need a... Oh, it does consume armor break. I didn't know that. I've never played a Leap Slam build. Okay. Okay, so you're going to have a mace in your offhand, and you're going to run Leap Slam in weapon set 2. I don't have any 7s, though. Okay, so that would be the play then. So at level 22 is the earliest armor break removal we get, Leap Slam. Until you get Exploit Weakness. Cool. Cool. I like it. Thanks, guys. Yeah, that's why I'm going Warbringer Sour, is I think Avatar of Fire Warbringer is going to be cracked. It has the potential to be cracked. Because Avatar of Fire already kind of did a lot of damage for most melee builds. And now we're getting fire damage benefits from armor break. So, yeah. Where the fuck am I going?
What is it?
Did I not pick up the horn from her? Is that what I did? What did I do wrong? What did I do wrong? Which quest did I skip? Oh, I never full cleared Keth. I forgot I went to Keth, got the passive points, then did Trial of Sycamus, and I never went back to Keth. I completely forgot I only did part of Keth. Duh. Apparently, high velocity rounds is being changed in the next pass LP. That's what my Twitch chat told me. High velocity rounds is getting changed. I don't know. I've never played high velocity rounds. The only crossbow skills I played is rapid shot. I don't think it'll be expensive on League launch. I don't see it being... Like, there's no way Thorns gets that popular. It's too risky of a playstyle. You really have to be into the idea of playing Thorns. Like, I don't see... Maybe I'm wrong, but I don't see Thorns having the massive appeal that Righteous Fire does. Like, Thorns is going to be a popular niche, but it's going to be niche. It won't ever be... Righteous Fire's meta. Righteous Fire you don't call niche anymore. You call Righteous Fire meta. Like... Pox made an off-meta thing popular. Like that, I don't know if Thorns has that potential because there's always going to be that inherent friction with Thorns. Righteous Fire is coming. We know it's coming with Templar, I believe, Pagan. I believe we know it's coming with Templar. Right now, my Rake's not doing enough damage to break armor pretty quick. Oh, there we go. It just depends on the mob I hit. Yeah, I just think it's so hard to say. Like, I feel like... Maybe I'm wrong. I just feel like there's so much with Thorns that is scary for, like... If it's your first time playing PoE 2, you would never tell them to play Thorns, right? Like... PoE 2 is like, you've played like 3 or 4 builds, and now you're like, okay, that looks fun, I'm gonna try it. But it's never... I don't know. It'll always be like something you have to try to know you're gonna like it. I don't know. Maybe I'm overthinking it. Yeah, I remember that. I remember that exactly. Pro Fantasy. Jonathan said Righteous Fire is not coming exactly how we think it will. My brain, and when he said that, told me he would be doing it as a spirit gem, and that would be the biggest difference. But who knows? If it gets a very different rework. Yeah, Sunder's different, yeah. So I'm normally a Cyclone guy, Pagan. My very first time playing Thorns was in Diablo 4, but I did it for PvP. I'm normally a PvPer. I normally don't get super into, like, single-player PvE games like this. But Diablo 4's Thorns PvP was hilarious. One-shotting people in Diablo 4 with Thorns. But in ARPGs, normally I'm a Cyclone main. And if PoE 2 had Cyclone on launch, I probably would have never played Thorns. I'm a Cyclone Andy. Now, of course, I'm committed to Thorns. Like, there's no changing that at this point. But, when Cyclone gets introduced, expect Cyclone Thorns for sure. This sucks that this is my first Exalted Orb, by the way. Level 25, first Exalt. I did skip a lot of side bosses. I think you should full clear every boss in the campaign, maybe. I'm not sure, though. But if this is my first Exalted Orb, this would be when I could start playing Thorns, potentially. Yeah, everyone tells me to try out Last Epoch's Thorns. I've never played Last Epoch yet. I will one day. The main reason I was never playing Last Epoch was because of their content creator early access. I don't like when people can, like, when certain people get access to the game and other people don't. I hate, like, that, what it does to the meta of the game. From a gameplay perspective. I like how Path of Exile's metas evolve over time. And, like, there's just a bunch of uncertainty. Like, that's really, like, right now is very fun because we don't know a bunch, right? But now Last Epoch is doing that. Last Epoch is no longer doing early access for patches, with this patch specifically. So, I'm hyped to try out Last Epoch now.
It's a trap.
That this is where, like, if you were leveling, so let's say you weren't wanting to level Thorns, right, and you were wanting to level Reflect, this is where Wind Dancer shines. Like, if you're wanting to level the best Reflect build, I would say you should be leveling Wind Dancer, right? Wind Dancer does all of this stuff a little bit better. What Thorns shines at, specifically, like, the only advantage Thorns has over the other Reflect styles in my mind is Thorns makes boss fights cool. When you have the fast-hitting attacks that you get the silly one-shots with. That's the appeal of Thorns, but in terms of being, like, a better Reflect build, I think Wind Dancer is, like, definitely the better Reflect build. I think I've been told it's the Druid that makes Thorns, unfortunately, in Last Epoch, which I'm not a fan of. Y'all know how I feel about Druids. Y'all know I'm excited Druid wasn't added in this patch. I come from World of Warcraft. Druid mains are the worst. They're always off in a corner, doing something stupid when they should be healing me. I just pulled 4 groups of mobs at once, and the Druid's just, like, hiding on the side. That's Druids in every game. And I hate Druids forever because of it. I don't have a path of building. A lot of path of building with Thorns is unsupported right now, Mighty Cat. I'm waiting for the path of building Thorns, guys. Like, right now, there's just so much bugged and, like, wrong with, like, there's, like... What I've been told is a lot of the interactions with Thorns is inconsistent. So, like, just the math-wise and stuff. So, like, the path of building guys have been having trouble getting Thorns working in path of building. So, even if I gave you a path of building, it wouldn't be, like, accurate. But I also am new to making builds, and I've never done path of building, making my own path of building, so I haven't taken the time to learn that yet. But no, I don't do path of building yet. I'm waiting until I don't want to learn Path of Building right now while Thorns is unsupported. Is, I guess, where my head is at, you know, if that makes sense. At some point, though, yes, every one of my builds should have them, but I just do Mobalytics for now. Because you're gross, dude! No, you're fucking gross. I want armor break to reset, because like the damage difference is so huge. Like I want you guys to pay attention to how much more DPS I do when you have scavenge plating stacks, but I just extended the armor break. I can't get hit. That's the problem with Thorns, is anytime you get hit, you're gonna trigger the armor break. Okay, don't get hit, don't get hit, don't get hit, don't get hit. Reset armor break! There we go. Alright, watch this. Look at the different DPS difference. Once we have scavenge plating stacks. See that spike? We're hitting so much harder with the Thorns burst. So much of your damage comes from scavenge plating. Would you hit me? Come on, man. Why don't they just hit you sometimes? Yeah, we need to get Leap Slam. Leap Slam at 22 is a must-have. I need to find the first... Ooh, another Exalted Orb. Where is there a forced level 7 skill gem? Well, we don't know how to get skill gems in the new system. Maybe the moment you're level 22, you can buy a level 7 skill gem. But the moment you can get Leap Slam, yeah, this makes it so much better. And you should have it by the time you're Warbringer, so... Ground fires, no. Ground fires do not proc Thorns. Like Burning Ground specifically. The mechanic Burning Ground does not proc Thorns. Burning Ground is one of our weaknesses, unfortunately. Any damage over time effect does not proc Thorns. And I believe they are technically damage over time effects. Hey, Grubik. I have no idea, Grubik. This is my first time league starting Thorns. Both 0.1 and 0.2, Thorns was my second build I did because I was nervous about league starting it because of all the trade problems. So this is my very first time trying it. I assume... I don't know. I have no idea, bro. We don't know how many people are going to be playing Thorns. It could be that everyone's buying them up. But there could be hundreds of them on the market, and, like, there's only a... I don't know, man. I just... Yeah. I'm kind of nervous about encouraging people to play Thorns right now, because there's still so many uncertainties I have with it. That's why I'm trying to make as many, like, warnings as I can where I can. Can I use a level 8 Spirit Gem yet, at least? Nope. One more level. Almost there. The new Smith Hammer throw might be a part of Thorns. It very well could be. Apparently it's a melee attack, but you can throw it. You can only put barbs and rapid and quill bursts into melee strike skills. I don't know if it's a melee... Oh, you can put quill bursts into it for sure. I don't know if it'll count for barbs though. We'll have to see. Well, I don't know if safe start's the right word, Trime. I would say fast start. Because it's not hard to, like, farm a little bit of currency and then trade stuff, right? Like, you can... It's very easy to farm Biras for Regal Orbs, right? Like, not Bira, maybe, but... It's not... I would not say safe is the right word, but I would say fast. You're going to be slower. You're going to be, like, sitting there trading. But... Yeah, ED Con's definitely a safe start. That's literally what I've been telling people today. If you want to just play Thorns the fastest possible way, you're going to clear Act 1 with ED Con, and then once you can trade for all the Thorns gear, you're going to start playing Thorns around like level 20, 22. But you're just going to play ED Con until you have all your Thorns gear. That is like the safest League start ever. Which I might do, but I probably won't do. I feel like that would be a cop-out, but I'm probably going to, like, tell people to level EDCon, but I'll, like, level myself the most cringe way possible, which is trading for stuff. Well, really, I can't just sit there farming stuff. Like, no matter what, you're not leveling Thorns until you have a full set of gear. So you're probably leveling something until... Yeah, you're leveling EDCon, probably. It depends on the shield skills. Shield Slam and Resonating Shield might be great. I will be starting with probably maces. I don't know. I'm probably going to be trying out a lot of stuff just because I want the guide to be, like, helping them. Most of Act 1 you can clear without the helmet. As the only thing you need for Thorns is barbs. And the assumption right now is we're going to be able to league start with it now. What's EDCon? Essence Strain and Contagion. Dead Rabbit has a league start guide for it. Just follow his if you want to just do EDCon for ease of play. But yes, a lot of things in Act 1 are melee only, so you can get by with a lot of Act 1 without the helmet, but you cannot do any Thorns play without barbs. So if we find out that this is not a tier 1 support gem and we don't get it until like Act 2, no one's playing Thorns for Act 1. So in my league start, I'm probably dropping the league start after we get the passive tree. Probably Thursday, I'm dropping the league start video. I'm probably just going to be like, don't play Thorns until you have a full set. And that's going to take you until Act 2, probably. I know, I really want to do a rapid shot opener, dude, man. There's too many fun builds. I want to level a crossbow build. I know Alcohol is leveling a crossbow build, but I think he's doing grenades. Yeah, I mean, no matter what, you don't play Thorns in Act 1 in general because you don't have the crown until level 16. It's level 16 locked. And you can clear Act 1 by, like, level 12 if you're good enough. Probably earlier, obviously, but... In general, you should not assume you're playing Thorns until level 22? Maybe? Because if 22 is when you get Leap Slam, that seems like the most... you don't need 22. I would say, like, yeah. 16 is the best part to start Thorns. I think that's what I'm going to do in my league, in my guide. In my league start guide, I'm going to tell people, if you're doing it as your second character, you can play from level 1 with Force Gear, but everyone should be expecting to be playing something like EDCon or Shield Skills for Act 1, and you start playing Thorns in Act 2 some point. Clear Act 1 with a standard league starter, and then before Count Geonor, trade for Crown of the Pale King and get Thorns going or something. Something like that. No, I don't know what 15 is. Nothing's 15. Nothing's 15 that I can think of. Boots are 11. Helmet 16. Rapid Assault's 14. Ooh, Chaos Orb in the campaign. You know what a Chaos Orb gets you this early in the campaign? That's a full set of Thorns gear. That Chaos Orb, you can trade for 5 Exalted Orbs and you're getting a full set of gear. Boom. Big dub. Obviously, we're not doing that right now, but... I would say, yeah, by now in Act 2, you're going to have Thorns going. I think that's what I'm going to put in the video. I'm looking for the note. Did I not pick it up? I did not pick it up, yeah. So I personally... Oh, right, I can use Leap Slam now. My bars are so full, though. I personally don't like grenade skills at all. That's why I did my Rapid Freeze build the way I did it, is because I just wanted to only run and gun. I don't like grenades, unfortunately. But they're getting a bunch of love this patch, so they might feel better, but I've never liked the feel of grenades. I feel like grenades are the most combo-y of the styles. Like, there's a rhythm to grenades, and, yeah, I don't want to do that. There we go. But crossbow and grenade builds in general are going to be cracked. And you guys notice, like, since I've gotten going in Act 2, I don't ever Health Flask, except, like, situationally on bosses. The Thorns Leech is just so good already. And I'm about to get a huge damage upgrade with level 28 Thorns gear. What time is it? Nice. This run I just did here, I'm glad I did it. It gave me a lot of clarity with how I should approach my league start for the newer players. An early level, like I got the Trial of Sekamos things down. I know when people should expect to start playing Thorns. I think I'm just going to straight up tell people, like, you are going to be playing a random league starter for a while. Like, you just don't expect ever to touch Thorns until probably, like, level 24. I am guessing. I missed how he leached from Thorns is a passive tree. This passive right here, 10% of damage leached as Thorns. 10% of Thorns damage leached as life. Jesus. Reading's hard sometimes, guys. Is this build beginner friendly? I'm gonna say no. It depends on what you mean by beginner friendly, Tobias. Like, are you, like, if you're talking about your very first time playing any Path of Exile game, you have no idea how to navigate the trade system, beginner, you can't play Thorns. Thorns requires you having knowledge of how to use the trade system. So, in that aspect, if you're talking about a beginner who's just brand new to the game, even with the changes to trade, it's so hard to explain trade to a beginner, I guess, and how many items you have to buy for Thorns. So no, Thorns is like, yeah. I would not say beginner friendly. I would say noob friendly. There's a difference between beginners and noobs in my head. A beginner is someone who's brand new to the game and doesn't know the mechanics. A noob is someone who just sucks. Noobs can handle Thorns, because noobs can navigate the game with knowledge and help from guides. But beginners, they're just like, they don't know enough about the game to navigate a build guide, let alone trade. So, I'm going to say not beginner friendly, but noob friendly. I don't know. Like, I say this all the time. I'm not memeing when I say it. I am autistic. My brain just works fucking whack. I don't know if that makes sense. That's a very weird way of explaining that. The answer is just probably no. It's not. The answer is no. It's not beginner friendly. It's not noob friendly. But in ways it is. In ways it is. It is very simple in execution. I think the concept of Thorns is beginner friendly. Navigating it is not. Navigating it is not. So, I don't know. I'm sorry. No. No. Yes, I don't know. It's not hard to play. You just gotta put Thorn stuff on. And things die. So, it's such a, yeah, it's a nuanced question. How many items do you need to buy? Okay, so this is the only Giga required item. But you have, like, the answer is you have to buy 5 items. But this is, like, you cannot play Thorns hard stop without it. This is required. Yeah, this is just required. It makes your Thorns work on all hits. It's not even fun to play it without this. This is what makes Thorns the most fun. This is what makes the bosses die in 1 second. Is this helmet. These boots are... You might as well get them. If you're going to be playing Thorns, you use these until level 99. You use this helmet until 99. So there's no reason not to use them from the moment you can. So 11 and 16, you're going to be using these 3. And then on your chest, your belt, and your shield, you can get Thorns damage. And then you're going to want to upgrade these slots every time you can get a better Thorns roll on it. That's like level 1, 8, 16, 28, 38, 48, 60... I think. So you're going to be upgrading these 3 slots frequently, and you're going to have to buy these slots once. So you have 2 one-time important purchases early on, and then you have a bunch of minor purchases you have to make frequently throughout the campaign. These pieces should be cheap, but these will all be cheap, but it's a lot of buying. It's a lot of shopping. The other pain point in Thorns, at least for this patch, is these support gems. You can't get these early game right now. These are both tier 3 support gems, which means you don't get them until Cruel, or what would be Act 4 in the next patch. We believe Barbs, based off of the data mining, is going to be an early game support gem now. I'm guessing Quill Burst will not be early game. I'm guessing Quill Burst will be Act 2 or Act 3. But that's another big pain point in Thorns, is you can't play Thorns without these. So, as you can tell, there's a lot required. You have to shop for it. There's no way around that. If you're going to play the Thorns playstyle, you have to shop. How do you clear Trial of Sycamos? I streamed it earlier. I'm going to have a big video coming out tomorrow, Pagan. Block. The short answer is block. And yeah, after I just sat there and like I learned every attack that you can and can't block, which is all but 2, then it's just super easy to do the block lead. But yeah, I'll have a video going out tomorrow on, I think it's tomorrow or the next day, but I also have an older video talking about it, but I would wait for the updated one. The older one is trash. Another win for Thorns I keep talking about today, though, is I keep having to swap Rake and Barbs between Rapid Assault and Barbs for bossing. You won't have to do that next patch. So another big win. Yeah, I don't have good block. I only have a 25% block. I was talking about active block. You just active block. You do this. Things die. I did it at level 22. So if you're nervous about it, you do it at level 28 when you get your Thorns damage upgrade that I'm about to get. But yeah. I'll have a video out tomorrow. Can you get the max block in PoE 2? No. And the block's being reworked in this next patch. But the highest block I think you could get was like 92% was Fallen. Oh, gotcha, Pagan. Yeah, I'm like an old PoE 1 player that I used to play back in the beta. And like some of the early patches, but I haven't played PoE 1 seriously in years, so I don't know much about modern PoE 1. But I have 2,000 hours in this game. And I like it a lot. Yep. Blocking counts as being hit. Blocking counts as being hit. But you negate the damage and you don't lose honor. Both passive and active block works that way. I'm looking for the sisters right now. Give me a second. Sorry about that. Yeah, I hate Twitch ads. I wish I could just turn the ads off. I'm not even a partner. I'm an affiliate. But I still gotta deal with the ads. Alright, level 28 was a big upgrade level. I should, in the bank, have 3 pieces of level 28 gear. If not, we won't get the full upgrade, but... Yep, both blocks work for Thorns. The only thing that doesn't work for Thorns is dodging, obviously, because you're not getting hit. Cloak of Flame is an option. Where are all my Thorns? Oh, I forgot. There's also Dreadfist I can put on. Nice. Put on Dreadfist. Level 28 body armor. 27. So we're going from 11 to 7. This is how, again, I want to preface how important every time you upgrade your Thorns damage is. We're already doing good damage. My Thorns on my chest is 11 to 17. It's going to 27 to 39. That's more than doubling. Like, you have to upgrade your... Like, if you're playing with Thorns on launch, guys, you have to upgrade your gear at the brackets that I tell you. I can't emphasize how important it is. Where's the next... I know I've got to have a level 28 belt. But do I have a level 28 shield? I don't know if I have a level 28 Thorn shield. I want to practice with the full upgrade, so let me just buy a 28 Thorn shield. Because, yeah, I would stop at this point and I would trade for 3 Thorns pieces, for sure. It's worth the upgrade. And they're going to be cheap. Like, so what you would do is you would search for... Here, let me put it on screen, because I know some of you guys are probably new to the trade site. Okay, so, like, let's say here's what I would do. So, I would... Thorns, physical Thorns. I don't really care too much about the damage, but all I would care about is it's a level 28 Thorns shield. You'd search by damage, and I would literally get any of these. Now, obviously... We're not seeing any listed for anything, like, below an Exalted Orb. But I promise you, for the week of launch, anytime you go looking for leveling gear for Thorns, there's going to be blue Thorns gear that's listed with, like just, like, people try and sell, like, low bases and stuff, right? You'll find Thorns gear worth a Regal Orb. You won't have to be spending an Exalted Orb. Well, that's level 19. There's no level 28 Thorns shield. Shit. So I don't even have, like, the best possible... Oh, wait, here's one. But this one's Thorns damage is so low. So these don't even have the best possible Thorns rolls for this bracket. Yeah, these don't even have the best possible Thorns rolls for this bracket. Let's see if we can find one up to 30. Yeah, because there's no more gear on the auction house, unfortunately. Or the trade site, like everyone says. See, this is what you're more than likely supposed to be seeing on launch day, guys. Is this stuff right here. You should be able to get, like, good... Like, these aren't good shields, but you should be seeing a lot of, like, Augs, Regals, Alchemies for reasonably good Thorns leveling gear. So this is what I would want for this bracket, but it's at level 36, and I need it at 28. So we don't have any low-level shields on the auction, so... Alright, we're just not going to use a shield. That's fine. On trade day, we'll have a little bit more damage, probably, but... Filter by level and click on the Thorn stat. Oh, I already closed it, but... Yeah, I'm not a trade god by any means, by the way. I'm still a noob at this game, but that's really all you need to do is just find the cheap Thorns gear. You don't need, like, something like this, right? This happens to be a really good chest piece that I had in my stash, except it's corrupted without sockets, but you don't have to find a chest piece that's got, like, good armor rolls with max life and double res. Just get a good chest piece with the best Thorns damage you can get, and then one resistance roll. And you're going to be able to coast as Thorns. Because my damage is like, that's more than enough right now.
Need something?
Oh, right. Now we're starting to get some crit stuff. You click on the stat and it'll give you the highest stat for that level. Does that work in game? Well, you can tell from alt, but only when the item you have on it. Cool. That helps. Thanks. Thanks, Pagan. Yeah. You really need a PhD to be able to navigate the PhD in the trade site to be able to navigate it well. There's just so many different filters and stuff. I just started using like the extra side filters. What's my Thorns damage at right now? Nah, it's got less Thorns than mine. Thanks though, Sour. I'm just gonna clear my bags. I don't need it. League's over. Okay.
The path to death. Swiftly.
Yeah, play Witch Hunter. Jabbaja. If you don't want to play Warrior, play Witch Hunter. Witch Hunter or Gemling. Both like so. Here is the Warrior start. Jabbaja. Right? So I go down here and I go straight for Vengeance. Here is it from the Mercenary start. It's the same amount of passive points. It's literally the exact same amount of passive points to get right here. Now, late game, the routes will look different. Like, it's possible late game the Warbringer ends up like respecking and like starting over here and then eventually working its way over here. But at least for League start, Mercenary is fine. And Witch Hunter and Gemling are both great. I would recommend Warbringer if it's your first time, but... Well, with Thorns, you have to play melee skills. Mercenaries start with a crossbow. You'd have to find a spear or a mace on the ground. But anyone can use any weapon in this game. But no, you can't play Thorns with ranged weapons right now. D&D for now. Where are the sisters? Oh, I got them. I just got them. Okay. Brains off. No, if you're playing Thorns, you have to play like a melee style with a shield. Like, there's some niche ways you can play without it, but you're going to more than likely be playing with a shield.
You are relentless, but that makes you predictable.
You're predictable. I've seen this fight so many times. That's how predictable it is. Wow, look at my damage burst from the Thorns now that I got this gear upgrade. See ya! Aw, he lived. This is why we play Thorns, boys. It's like, once you get those damage upgrades, it just, like, the spikes you get every single time. Like, I'm not just saying to get the damage upgrades so you can clear the content. It's not about being able to clear the content. The damage upgrades make you dominate the content. It is a significant damage boost. You have to upgrade your spirit gem for scavenge plating, and you have to upgrade your gear. And you're just going to shit on bosses like this. Yeah, see, like Corrupting Cry Pagan might be a very good, like a shout Corrupting Cry build. Like even if you like just skipped Anvil's Weight and you went for the Cry stuff in the next patch, that might be the best league start for a Warbringer. If you're like doing like, if you're wanting to do like a min-max synergy like build, I've thought about Corrupting Cry for like Thorns leveling, like just doing Corrupting Cry until you're more Thornsed up. I would do a Cry build for sure, because the Cry changes for Warbringer are huge. Oh, are you chance orming? Are you solo self-found, Zeplo? Are you going to be chance orbing for it? I assume what I'm trying first is I'm going to be trying shield charge leveling first. I don't know how it's going to go, but we're going to try it. I assume I'm ultimately going rapid assault at some point, though. Oh, you can gamble with gold. Interesting. So what, you're just going to spam by the helmet and just hope you get a Crown of the Pale King? That's a strat. Oh, I didn't put in a rake. That's why a rake felt weird. Is it expensive? Like, how much gold are you going to have? Like... Are you, like, gold farming, specifically, and then, like, dumping? Like, how are you going about it? Because that sounds, like, fun. But, like, are you, like, just picking up everything? Okay, so you're just, like, casually... You're just playing the game normally, and when you have gold, you're just gambling on the side. Okay. So you're not, like, Okay, so you're not forcing it in Act 1. Okay. Okay. That makes sense. Yeah, the idea of you just, like, farming gold in Act 1 is what I thought of. It's just, like, you sitting there in Act 1, farming gold, and just, like, vendor shopping. It sounds funny as fuck. Yeah, I'm just gonna trade side it. I've gotten 2 Exalted Orbs, and I'm skipping bosses. I'm not gonna be skipping bosses on launch, probably. Or at least a lot of them. Definitely by the time we get to Act 4, we're full clearing everything. I just genuinely don't think the Crown of the Pale King is, like, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm going to be eating so much crow on launch day. But I don't think it's going to be hard to buy. But maybe I'm level 40 and I don't have Crown of the Pale King yet. Who knows? But there's no way I'm level 29 and I haven't purchased it yet, right? For an Exalted Orb? And no, I'm not going to be taking a handout from any viewers. If you guys get one early. I'll buy it from you for an Exalted Orb. But... I definitely have to have an, like, yeah. I'm not worried. There's no way. There's no way it's... There's no way. We can say we've increased the price of it from a Regal Orb to an Exalted Orb, but I'm not saying we've increased it to, like, a 10 Exalt Divine item in any way, shape, or form. And also, we still don't have the passive tree. The Crown of the Pale King's effect could become... whatever it's called. A Keystone. A lot of people have been asking for that. I don't want that, but a lot of people have been asking for it. Yes. Oh, for Mercenary? No. I don't think I'll be doing one for Mercenary. Not for League Start. I will be leveling a Witch Hunter Thorns at some point. Probably my 3rd build. I don't think I'm going to prepare a League Start for a one, though. I'll have a League Start for the Warrior, and you should be able to follow that pretty 1-for-1 Jebbaja. Jebbaja? God, that name's hard to say. When does the helmet drop? I think it can drop on the beach, right? Crown of the Pale King can technically drop on the first mob you kill, right? It's you can get any unique of the base uniques on the beach, right? And that's a base one, so, or like the highest tier or whatever. I don't know how it's structured. So there will definitely be lots of people getting it in Act 1. Alright, this is the best boss for Thorns. I love putting this guy in my videos because it's the most fun. At least level 16 mob, I think? Okay. Has to be at least level 16 mob then. Cool, good to know. I don't know actually, so. I'll have one though. I'll have one fast. Hey, KallTorak. So that's what I'm going to have a video coming out for talking about soon, KallTorak, is I think, like, if you want to League Start Reflect, you might honestly want to League Start as Wind Dancer. As far as I can tell, the only nerf to Wind Dancer is Giant's Blood, and you don't level with Giant's Blood in the campaign, so that's not a nerf for leveling, so... As far as I can tell, Wind Dancer should still be a great build. And I have like half a mind to tell people if they want to level a real Reflect build to start with Wind Dancer. All you need is a good two-hander with melee skills, but there's just, I don't know. But yes, Wind Dancer could still be very, very good. End this. I agree, KallTorak. I agree. Wind Dancer is probably the beginner, newbier-friendly build. It did get nerfed with Sunder, too, as well, but... we need the fun part. He's gonna do the fun part here soon. Here we go! Later, dude! That's why Thorns is fun, though. Because of those fights right there.
Not over. Not yet.
How will the warrior have AoE clear? It depends. Right now, I'm thinking in Ultra Endgame, I'm going to be going Avatar of Fire. There's lots of Ignite Prolification styles that we could force with Thorns, potentially. But most of the time with Thorns, I use Poison Spread with Herald of Blood. If you go look at my Thorns Ritualist video, that's how I handled most of my AoE. Thorns does not have the best AoE. It's nowhere near comparable to Wind Dancer. It's possible that you force Wind Dancer into Thorns builds for that, but... yeah. Yeah, I've played Thorns with all different weapon types, Birdhouse. For sure. Maces is great. There is a new support so, really quick, this is important. So, they've added 3 tiers of support gems, and Barbs is one of them that got 3 tiers. So, there's going to be 3 versions of Barbs. Barbs number 1 is, as it is right now, your next 4 attacks will deal additional damage. There are 2 upgraded versions you can choose between, though. There's one that is your next 6 attacks, which is what would pair with Rapid Assault, which is the spear style. Like, you're dumping 6 attacks, it pairs perfectly with that. But they're adding another new one, which is your Thorns damage does double damage with your next hit. And that pairs with slower attacks. So right now, the best way to play Thorns is with Barbs and Rapid Assault. It's the only way to really play the style. It's the maximum DPS. You need as many hits per second with Barbs right now, and Rapid Assault is the best way to deliver that. But with the new Tier 2 support gem, that will open up Thorns in slower play styles. Right now, Rapid Assault is required for Thorns to play it, just required to clear Tier 4 content. It's the only way you're going to get the best DPS out of Thorns with a melee skill. but next patch that changes. I don't know if it's going to be viable. I have no idea if that new support gem is going to be viable, but GGG is attempting to make a non-rapid assault style work, and then that would be non-spears. That's when we would be using mace skills.
I think I'll wait for a fight first.
Yeah, that sounds great too, Zeplo. I've seen a lot of people talking about the Black Flame Keystone for Thorns too. It could work as well.
It is time.
But yeah, so there's hope. The point is there's hope. Sorry for that long-winded answer. The point is there's hope that we don't have to use Rapid Assault. Unfortunately, though, what I saw in the data mining was that support gem was level 60. So more than likely through the campaign, you're going to want to use Rapid Assault, at least in your weapon set 2, for bossing. If you want to use mace skills for everything else, like, I think I'm going to be leaning heavily into Shield Charge. I'm going to be trying Shield Charge and Shield skills with Thorns first. But no matter what, when we're leveling, you're going to want Rapid Assault, I think, with Barbs for your weapon set 2. It'll be the best way to do the single target damage. +65 plus. Or 65, sorry. Yeah, it depends, Sour. It just depends on, like, if the Thorns is scaling with the attack damage or not. Because right now, sometimes it calculates separately. So. Did I not fully talk to him? I guess I didn't fully talk to him. So, I wanted to do Chaos Thorns this patch on a Lich, but Unholy Might's bugged with Thorns. It just doesn't work. So hopefully that's fixed in the next patch. There's not very many people making Thorns videos right now, Thurlow, which I think is a mistake from some creators. I mean, I assume most of them just don't want to play Thorns, but I definitely feel like there's room in the space for more creators, and they're missing out on the opportunity. But yeah, I'm really the only one with, like, in-depth Thorns guides. There are other Thorns creators, like our streamers, like Rusty and stuff, but not very many people out there diving deep. But yeah, Lich Thorns could be great. My second character in the league is going to be a Lich. I'm going to do my Minion Swarm Lich build, but with the Frost Mages with the Reflect now. But yeah. Lich is going to be my second build, but I don't think I'll be playing traditional Thorns. I'll probably be doing some silly Minion build. You can do some Blood Mage-based Thorns builds. They're not as good as regular Thorns builds. I hate having to swap because I always forget. I can't wait for next patch. There's no... I feel like there is room someday for there to be like a caster Thorns build where you're using Thorns as an engine for cast on crit, and you're using the cast on crit to do like a meteor auto bomber stuff. I just don't think we have the support for that yet. That's when Blood Mage will be a good Thorns build, though, is when it's auto-bombing. I just don't know if we have that in the game yet. But for traditional Thorns, I would not put Blood Mage high on the list. Unfortunately.
I'm not ready.
See, they should just rake and it's doing good damage to him. I'm not even swapping the Rapid Assault. So Rapid Assault would have killed him in like half a second. The Thorns Leech is so good, man. Oh, this Leech start's gonna go so well. If everyone can get through Act 1, you're good, like, and you can get the Thorns gear set up, oh my god, this is gonna be such a fun level. Oh, I'm so hyped, guys. I'm about to pass out. Hype excitement. What am I supposed to do until Friday? I know all of you are only watching me because you're bored. You're waiting for Friday too. What is this life? God, I want Friday so bad. It's gonna be so fun. Is shattering armor the same as armor break? I'm not familiar with the term, so I'm not familiar with it. If it's a new mechanic, if it's an old mechanic, it might be renamed, but I'm not sure. You guys know, what time is it? 12? Okay, I'm good. I'm doing a... It's not going to be live. We're doing it offline. I think in like 3 hours, I'm doing a podcast. Let me make sure I say his name right. I know his name. I just want to make sure I say it right. Palsteron? I fucking know I'm saying it wrong. Palsteron? Is it Palsteron? Is that how you say his name? He's a PoE1. He's like one of the bigger PoE1 creators. I'm sure you know how you say his name. Is that how you say his name? Palsteron? I'm sorry. I get really nervous when I say people's name. I'm doing his podcast later today. It's going to be offline. He uploads it as a VOD, but I'm doing his podcast later. Sometimes people get offended when you say their name wrong, so that's why I was hesitant with how you said that. I didn't know if it'd be like pale. Just call him Pal? Okay, just call him Pal, yeah. Well, yeah, I'm doing his podcast later. So that's cool. And the people he's had on his podcast like Fubgun and stuff, so I'm pretty excited that he invited me to talk. Interesting. I'm not sure, Sour.
Not quite. Treasure.
Oh yeah, no, I don't play PoE1, so you know I'm not familiar with like too many PoE1 creators, but I have PoE1 friends who are like hardcore PoE1 Andes who have like always tried to get me like to play it again. I just couldn't like ever get like over. I don't know why I was so hesitant to replay it. When Pal asked me on his... Anytime I, like, get in contact with a new PoE1 creator that, like, I'm just unfamiliar with, I always ask them. And they all said Pal was cool. That he has great builds, he's, like, he's a solid... Like, he's a good creator, like, he's not, like... I try and avoid, like, just toxic people, I guess, is the word. So I just always ask them, hey, is this guy cool? And they're all, like, they said Pal's great. And he's a good creator, so... But yeah, I don't play PoE1, so... I know this probably sounds silly to y'all who know who he is, but... He, the first time I heard of Pal was on Try's podcast. He was on Try's podcast, I think at 02 start. And yeah, he had a lot of cool things to say about the game. A lot of, I remember reading the comments of that one, and the PoE2 audience did not like a lot of his takes. But I like people when they're willing to be honest. And he was really honest on that Try podcast. Yeah, so what you want to do on League Start is farm Bira. Yep. That's like the most important thing on League Start for most classes. The only thing you don't have to farm Bira for is ED Con. Which is why I'm just going to tell everyone to play ED Con for Act 1. But... I mean, I love Try too, but I don't watch all of his content. It's a very specific type of content. You're either there for that content or you won't. The thing I dislike is, like, Try should not be getting any hate at all. And there is a there's a loud portion of dweebs that attack Try for some reason. If you don't like his content, you don't watch it, you know? But I don't have a problem with Try. But I don't watch all of his videos all the way through. A lot of them, like, they're news. Like, a lot of what he covers is, like, stuff I already, like, his videos are for people who, like, don't have time to read Reddit every day. I read Reddit every day, so I'm, like, in the know. I watch Try's podcast. I don't watch his videos. I watch his podcast and his shorts. Like, I love his podcast. His podcast is amazing. He's a great interviewer. He's a fantastic interviewer. But yeah, I don't like, you know, Druid speculation videos and news recaps. That's not my kind of content. It just depends on which video it is, you know? But yeah, I love his podcast. Interesting. Sour. Very nice. What I don't understand about Thorns is that it can go up with unlimited mobs. I don't understand what you're asking, Mr. Purple. What I don't understand about Thorns is that it can go up with unlimited mobs? What do you mean by that? I don't know what you mean by that. What do you mean by go up with unlimited mobs? I would league start as, Bob asked if I don't care about new players and I play whatever I wanted, I would play Witch Hunter. This season I'd be playing Witch Hunter just for the science of it. I don't know if it's better, but if I played what my heart wanted to play, it'd be Witch Hunter. And I will be leveling a Witch Hunter third. My third character is probably going to be a Witch Hunter Thorns. So, we'll get to it eventually. And I'm sure some of my viewers will be hyping it up long before I get to play it, so. Did I already kill the monkey? I don't think I killed the monkey. And I don't think I found the Venom crit. Yeah, Zeplo, I think it's inevitable they change Crown of the Pale King. They have to. But I don't know. Yeah! We don't get one shot here. That was a lucky block. It sucks that, like, yeah. Oh, I need to be using Leap Slam. I keep forgetting I have Leap Slam to remove Armor Break. Oh. I shouldn't have been Leap Slamming them. I was chesting the Armor Break. That means we get to redo the fight. That's what I wanted. Hit me. Give me that Armor Break. There. Cool. It's a little clunky, but until we get exploit weakness or batter shout, which batter shout's later, we don't have a choice. So. Okay. And I'll also have higher level Rapid Assault and Rake because it's harder to level them right now since I'm not stacking much dex. Like, I can't even, like, level these right now. Like, what? How much more dex would I need right now? Like, 30 more? Like, I'm so glad that the stat requirements are changing. Cyan Cat had 105 Skelly snipers? Holy crap. It's a lot of snipers.
Hey guys,
Shut up, me. What? He had the exploit. No, he exploited. There's no way, right? I'll show it on stream real quick. Give me a sec. There's no way, though. This has to be like a bug. Has to be a bug. Like, maybe not a bug, but like whatever he's doing is not intended, right? Like you can expect this is getting nerfed, but like there's a lot of bugs where you can like snapshot spirit and mob counts. Like I'm assuming he did some snapshot shenanigans to pull this off. And this is not like some weird way he stacked a bunch of spirit and like combined passives and stuff. Like he's abusing some form of like weird snapshot. Like that's my initial guess. There's no way he feasibly got this many. In patch 0.1, I had 35. And that took a lot of investment. 105? That's way too that's way too much more. Like I don't see how he did that within the mechanics of the game operating as they're intended. I'm not sure. That's cool though. That's very cool looking, but there's no way that is intended, and I assume he abused some form of snapshot, is my guess. I obviously don't know, but whatever it is, it won't be happening again. Can I link the video? Sure. Where'd it go? Did I already close out of it? Yeah, I did here. Yeah, he was hiding his spirit number. He was hiding his spirit number too. I was looking at that. That's a good point out, Deviro. He hid his spirit number, so he's hiding something. He's being manipulative. There's no build guide with it, which again, I'm not saying like he's not promoting it as a build you should be doing. It's okay to show off these things and the way he's doing it. He's not being malicious, but I am guessing that whatever he did was, yeah, not intended. Not intended. Is cheat engine a thing for PoE? Like, is there a way to, like, hack the client? For PoE 1? I hate having to swap. Yeah? Wow. Then yeah, that could be it, for sure. But yeah, there's no way you built that from a build. Because I have a Skeletal Snipers Titan from 0.1, but I think my cap was 36 snipers. 105 is just unrealistic. It just depends on... So, Zeplo, I've thought about the deflect stuff. Server lag. Getting server lag again. It just depends on, like, can you get enough balance? Because dodging doesn't proc Thorns, but like, can you get a weird setup of deflect going that, wow, the servers are just shitting themselves. So yeah, I want to try it too. It could be cool. It's not something I'm whirling the league start. I imagine it will be a build I test very early on though, but I'm sure a viewer will have told me it works by then. The league is ending in 5 hours? I didn't know it was ending soon. I assumed it didn't end until the servers went down Friday. Holy crap. This is insane lag. Looks like it's stopping. I'm gonna restart the game again. Hopefully it's fixed. My bitrate didn't drop. So I don't know if it was my stream, but it could have been. What build would you recommend for which? Go do what Dead Rabbit's doing. Go do what Dead Rabbit's doing. ED Contagion. ED Contagion is going to be the best campaign build for sure. And you can't go wrong with a Dead Rabbit build. I think I was supposed to be in where I was supposed to be, though. Yeah, I just probably got a bad instance. Nice, Kadachi. Yeah, like, it's possible that, like, I don't know what my league starter for Friday is going to be. I think I'm going to try shield builds just to try shield out, but I might just be telling everyone to level ED Con until they're in Act 2 and they have a full Thorn set. Like, that might be what I'm just telling everybody to do. Because Act 1 Thorns isn't really a thing. You can kind of do it, but realistically, Act 1 Thorns isn't a thing. So why not just speed through Act 1 with ED Con, and then, yeah, swap to Thorns in Act 2. Yeah, I mean, Pathfinder Thorns can definitely get you to endgame. Jorgen was trying Pathfinder Thorns, if I recall. The problem with the Pathfinder Thorns in this current patch, 0.2, is that, like, Thorns didn't hit hard enough for the multi-stacking poisons to be worth it. For the multi-stacking poison to be worth it, you really wanted a hard-hitting poison thing, and we just couldn't get hard enough hits. It was okay, but in a lot of situations it wasn't good enough. But it is on my list of things to try. For my Will It Thorns series. I have no idea, Ty still. I am not sure. Unearth needs some love, though. I hated the despawning of Unearth so damn much. Alright, give me a second here. Alright guys, that's it for me. A nice little 4-hour stream, but I have to eat before this podcast that I'm doing with Pal. And take care of some other stuff. I didn't do my workout and stuff this morning. There's a bunch of stuff I skipped to stream this morning. But tomorrow, and I'm streaming every day this week and streaming all of launch and next week and stuff. So I'll be live tomorrow with more Thorns. I'll probably be streaming a lot longer. Today's only a 4-hour stream though, but yeah. I'm gonna host somebody. Who am I gonna host? I'm gonna host Arrow. I love Arrow. We'll host Arrow. But thanks for hanging out, everybody. I appreciate all the kind words and all the excitement around Thorns. Expect plenty of Thorns videos over the next few days. That's part of the reason why I have to go offline, is I need to edit some Thorns videos and get them out to you guys. But, yeah, League starting Thorns. Oh, Eric, no. Arrow's the GOAT. He's so nice. But, yeah, I'll be live tomorrow, and, yeah. I hope you guys are excited for the League, whether you're playing Thorns or not, whether you're following along with me or not. I hope you guys all are having a really fun League launch, guys. This patch is looking like it's going to be the best. The best blast. Oh, you know what? I'll host Rake. Rake could use the host. Rake's a smaller streamer. Arrow gets good views a lot, so I've seen Arrow pop up. I'm gonna host Rake. I'll just go ahead and host Rake. Rake's a good guy. He's a silly goose. Alright, you guys. I will see you all tomorrow. Everyone have a good day.